Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ZSR and welcome to the first ever any percent community race of the new Link's Awakening for the Nintendo Switch. We're here at ZSR are super thrilled to actually be able to present you with the first community race of LAS, which is the official abbreviation. Without further ado, because we are all hyped as hell. Let's switch over to the layout. Let's say hi to our three commentators for tonight, which is actually tonight because it's 3 a.m. for me and I'm going to bed as soon as possible. To Alpha, to Nolan, and to White Wolfus. Hey, folks, welcome.
Hey,
Glad to have you here.
It's good to
thank
be
you.
here.
It's gonna be interesting. The game's
Yeah,
been out 1 week, so in that week a lot's happened, but I'm really excited. It's gonna be cool.
the amount of stuff people have found almost immediately has been completely insane. Shoutouts to Grezzo for doing as good of a job as Grezzo does, which we really appreciate. The game is super solid if you're playing it casually, and just absolutely broken, which is the way everything should be, to be perfectly honest.
Exactly. It just makes everything great for us speedrunners and also great for casual people. It's the best of both worlds. Please
It
don't
really.
patch this game.
Well, no, just fix the memory leak that causes the lags, and then everything else is good. But yeah, there's a lot going on in this game that we've discovered over the past 7 days since the
Seven
game has
days.
existed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
really insane how much has been discovered in such a short amount of time.
and a lot of those glitches, for what we're using them for, they save about 15 minutes total compared to like some of the early basically glitchless runs.
Yeah,
Um,
I wouldn't say anything's like super game breaking or sequence breaking yet. I mean, knocking out the trade sequence for sure, but
yeah,
as far as
Foxtrot.
time save, it feels like it's still, there's still a lot to go.
Yeah, and I like the fact that it's a bunch of little things that add up over time, and the one big 5 minute one, but um at least no one. I'm a little concerned because people are trying to figure out an RNG manip for egg patterns, and I'm like, as exciting as that is, I don't like it. It's scary.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. So like the RNG manip for those who don't know it's going to be a console reset and then a timer and then beginning a file between a specific time frame from when you reset your console to get to not have to read the book to know the path inside the egg. I have mixed feelings about it
I
because
I
one,
don't
it gets
want it.
rid of cool tricks, and two, it seems like a lot.
Yeah, but
It gets rid of early ones, which is awesome.
Yeah.
thankfully, at least currently on the leaderboards, there are two categories for doing this RNG manip that we're still working out the fine details to get it 100% consistent versus reading the book in game. So it's nice that you have those two options.
It's my least favorite part of speedrunning any Pokemon game, so I don't want it to work. And I'll just say that.
Yeah, it's all the greatness of speedrunning a Pokemon game, except you don't know how well you did until very
Until
far in.
2 hours, until like an hour and a half in. How was that the good part?
It's gonna be
I guess
pretty
that's
disappointing.
kind of about what you know if you accidentally screwed the pooch in Crystal.
It'll be interesting if they can figure it out in Discord. There have been several people working on that, and it's really amazing. It went from being like a super unlikely thing to them figuring out like how many different possibilities the path could be.
It was
And
so there's 210 different patterns,
yeah,
and then somebody came up with a super string that was all possible permutations of that pattern. It was just
You had a
really crazy.
Yeah, and you had a 25% chance to save 5 minutes, or you were losing 20 minutes. Um, so yeah. um,
and what's
eh,
nuts is that that was like what 5 days into the game, and
yeah,
then
and
a big skip was found, and then the next day They were like, that might not be relevant. We just figured out how to manipulate the egg path.
Yeah, and I was like, please make this like horrible or inconsistent, or can we just ban it? I don't
It's been
want it.
chaos. Like it's so volatile. The route changed twice a day, like
I'm
literally twice a day since launch. But I think it's cool that that's happening. It's a lot to take in. If you step away from Discord for a couple hours, you have to catch up.
I go to
But
work and I have to spend like 4 hours trying to figure out what has happened. And
yeah,
Yeah,
it's gorgeous.
exactly. I have
Hey.
class. There was one time I had class and I was gone for like 2 hours maybe. I get back in the Discord and one channel had over 700 messages in it.
okay, so
Yeah.
this is the first important part of the game where Samurai Man has ruined it already. So there's a thing that we found called preloading. And basically, and it's just because of how memory caches work and what that. If you had played the game, die, and then you go back to the start, this will only take 23 seconds. If they didn't do that, which I know Astronomus didn't, because they booted from the home menu, it takes 43 seconds. So, oh, maybe Astronomus did and had a different setup. So you can see just how much faster it is if you preload.
So the preloaded thing was voted on recently as well, and that's been banned, correct?
No, we left it open because basically it costs you maybe 40 seconds for your first run of the day and requires 0 effort for the rest of the day.
No, it was banned actually.
Oh, wait, did we ban it?
Yeah, it came to a community vote and it was banned as of, I think, last night.
Okay, because we had a first vote and we didn't ban it.
Right, but we had another vote that was a larger community vote because when the smaller vote happened, there weren't as many people.
Yeah, basically the preloading thing was like you load up, well, you save and quit from an existing file and then go to the menu and start a new one. And if you do that, the load times are 10 seconds faster in the first house. But that was banned, so now you have to start fresh from the game console, from Switch's console.
Yeah, I guess Astro DQ'd then for preloading, but
It's fine.
Nah, I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
even
fine.
notice, honestly. It'll be fun.
it was pretty noticeable.
Oh, another thing you might notice is the language we are using. So we discovered that actually German is the fastest language. Japanese is one of the slower languages.
German has 80 text boxes. US has about, I think it's like 101, and Japanese has like 108 or 109.
Yeah.
That's
So those are only the text boxes that appear in the memories. There's also additional, well, I guess now since a lot of things have been skipped, those are the vast majority of the text boxes in
So
this game.
diagonal pit walking is a thing in this game, and that's a really cool optimization of this room. We need those rupees, especially because there's RNG in this room coming up.
I really like that pit walk right there.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah, it's just a little optimization, so you don't have to go completely around, but hits, they can do weird things sometimes.
So first up, Astro's going to be getting the mushroom so that we can get powder to get past Terran.
I don't like that you can't talk to the mushroom anymore and you have to walk over pits, but you know.
Oh yeah, it'd be really cool if we could get over that pit right there with the moblin. But pits seem
We can go
pretty
the
buff.
other way.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
can go the other way, but not the way that matters.
So the beginning of the game is it's actually really similar to DX if you're familiar with it. You're just going to get the sword, but instead of being able to skip to the key, we have to actually go do the powder quest.
Which is a shame because I'd love trendy powder to be in here, but saving and quitting won't work even to the right degrees.
Oh god, trendy
Isn't that the one
powder
moving
where
in the
powder
back?
is on the back.
It's so easy!
thing.
I'm really
Oh.
good at trendy game. It's so easy.
Oh, there must be some timing trick because that I haven't even tried to get those. Those are ridiculous.
So just put it right in the middle, and basically, if you drop it as it's heading left or right from the middle spot, you'll get it every time.
Oh, okay. That's not so bad, but still, I'm glad that trendy's not even a thing anymore.
Spoilers.
Someone might use it.
Yeah, so
Spicy, see my foil.
since there have been so many route changes over the past week that this game has come out. At this point in time, we don't know as commentators exactly which route everyone will be doing, or so you may see 4 completely different routes. Who knows? We'll have to see.
At the very least, I can imagine that one of them is going to do all the tricks. And then there's some other like weird optimizations, like using the powder to clear out a bunch of moblins in a moblin cave later that would just never be done. But since we only have one equip item, there's no reason to take powder off. So
Astro got a good squirrel RNG right there. So yeah, I think you can position that and get it consistent every time.
yeah, you
where
just gotta get close and he
bounce
just
all over.
bounces around, right?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be cool to see the different choices the runners make. I think Ice Blue said they were gonna go for all the tricks for early lens and a couple of the air climbs later.
Gotta do Villa Skip.
Oh yeah.
I hope that somebody does Villa Skip.
I
It
don't
would
want
be
them to, because I
incredible.
need to talk about Canela Castle and why it's the best place to be.
I'm sure one of them,
Mhm.
at least one runner, will do Canelet.
I
Yeah,
hope
think
so.
I do want to see. I do want to see Villa Skip though. That'd be pretty hype.
Yeah. This game, I'm gonna end up running hero mode. I really like hero mode. It's got so many weird routings because your HP value is garbage.
I'm intimidated by hero mode. I don't. think
It's
I can
scary.
do
It really is.
Yeah, that's too much. Like early game is insane.
Uh,
I don't see-
The
How you
hype
get
is
past it?
category. Heart containers are optional in this game. So, you know, I can't wait till we start skipping all of those to save time.
hero mode low percent.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Oh,
hero
God,
mode low
no.
percent. The second anybody like, you know, decides to do that, I'm doing hero mode low percent because no one else is gonna even want to do that.
What draws you to hero mode? Why do you like it so much? Just the challenge.
Basically the challenge and the fact that like picking up pieces of heart isn't a bad idea because you need health refills. And like so there's a bunch of tricky, you know, bits of routing because you don't have normal heart drops that you just kind of have to do in order
Right.
to keep your health up because you'll die in the middle of a dungeon otherwise.
Okay,
So actually
looks
here's a change.
Yeah,
Astro did not go for stealing early.
I
think only Ice.
only Ice Blue did.
Yeah, that's a difference in routes. So having the bow before Dungeon 2, I believe they said it's 17 seconds or something like that. It will save time on the Hinox. It changes the Genie strategy. And it saves time kind of on Rolling Bones, but I don't really like arrows against Rolling Bones in this game very much.
Yeah, the sword method works just fine. You just spam. You just
The sword
trap-
method feels better. I'm actually going for the LADX strats of knocking the it's a spiny in
Oh,
this
yeah.
game instead of a spike beetle.
Yeah,
Don't have to worry
so-
about piece of power here.
Yeah, don't you just
The
walk
other
straight
runners-
through the frickin' traps. I'm so mad about that. Oh, and there's our first autosave load.
That's such
So-
a good feature.
No more save and quit, just load autosave. You get that every time you pick up an item.
I'm so glad that's in the game.
Yeah, it's much nicer than save and quit.
It's fast. Like to menu it, it's fast. Not only for.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, unfortunately, that does take out. Well, I guess I don't know if it takes out the piece of power routing from this.
That's a
Piece
whole...
of power routing could theoretically still exist. It's just because nothing resets piece of power ever, and it carries everywhere. It just and only lasts 30 seconds. Is not as vital. There might be some tricky jumps that are no longer remotely cared about that you can do with piece of power. I was getting really close to piece of power early Canelet, but now we don't go there.
Someone may.
I hope they do.
I feel like piece of power routing is going to be insane because I actually have seen piece of power drop consistently in a couple places just doing practice runs, but it's not every time, and I don't even know if we know how that is. Does it
So,
work the same as an LED?
From what
It
I've
works.
heard, 30
It
kills.
works slightly differently.
Yeah, it's 30 kills, but plus 1 kill per heart container you have.
Okay.
32. Because when
32.
you have 3 hearts, it's 35 kills.
Okay, yeah, so it does that.
Whoa, Ice Blue strat in that spiky room was really good. I haven't seen that.
And so you're gonna see. Oh, Astro takes a death. That's unfortunate. You hate to see it. And we're definitely gonna see Ice Blue do bow strats on it because that's why he got the bow. You can't get bombs early in this game. Rolling Bones is a threat. He just jumps so far, and on hero mode, he one-shots you. It's terrifying, and you don't get health refills. So here's something that I talked about. It's like one of my 2 contributions. Moldorm has weird things that go on, but you can die in 2 spin slashes, which is way faster because you don't have to wait out his cycles.
Yeah, it's super nice.
And to answer a question in chat there actually is no default egg path in this game, unlike LADX. So either you have to read the book or do a crazy RNG manipulation thing at the beginning of the run that we are still working out the kinks of. So I don't think any of the runners set that up for this run, so everybody's probably going to be reading the book, unless somebody wants to do YOLO egg. That's a possibility.
In a race, yeah. Hopefully.
YOLO egg in a race has gotta be.
Yeah, so you can guess the pattern. There's like a path you can take that you'll eventually hit it depending on RNG, obviously, but like no one's gonna do that.
Yeah, we came up with a string that is like 430 something characters long, and if you follow that pattern exactly, then it is guaranteed you will eventually get the egg pattern, but
Yeah, because it conveniently the pattern, if you don't get it right, it starts over immediately. So as you can see, Ice Blue made up a bit of time, but the real save is on Hinox. Oh, Astro takes another death, so that's gonna drop him into 3rd place, or 4th place actually. Both going for the double spin slash.
that Moldorm being
You don't
a
see
Moldorm.
Rage 4 Moldorm, which honestly I'm a little upset that we skipped that, but like, if he didn't close his tail, we wouldn't be doing this in the first place. And
Alright,
this is actually something that taught me that hero mode does fudge the values a little bit. I have a level 2 sword and red tunic, and in the chamber dungeon, I can't one-shot Moldorm with a spin slash.
Oof.
So hero mode does something weird.
Or maybe it's Stampede that does something weird.
One of the 2, but I'd like to believe that it's hero mode making it so that instead of doing 8 damage, that does like 7 or something. Ooh, nice jumps around the piece of Heart of Shame. It's much better in this game.
Oh, you think it's easier to avoid it?
I think it's harder.
You're forced to make 2 jumps, so this is, let's see what okay, so Mashy's going for the powder strats. They're pretty sick. That speeds up that room a lot. That room also awful in hero mode. Now, I don't know how to consistently do this fight.
There are methods.
It feels like he's random if he decides to crash into a wall or just stop.
Well, I think that has to do with where he starts running.
Okay.
If he starts too far away, then he won't run into the wall.
Well, sometimes he even does it if he's point blank up in front of the wall. He'll just stop. Bad Bow Wow luck for Mashy. I only say that because you just have to talk to Bow Wow now.
Yeah,
and if Bow Wow's closer to you, it saves time.
Yeah. I kind of like that though, because you can luck out and Bow Wow can be like extended all the way to the door almost.
Oh yeah,
like
no, that's on my practice file. That's where he is.
Yeah.
No.
Also, you can basically skip every checkbox by just mashing B and A like in succession, so it's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's the reason.
You're gonna see Ice Blue do arrow strats here.
That's the reason why German is faster, because it's not what's in the text boxes, it's the number of text boxes, and German just happens to have a fewer number. I think the big thing that Split that costs so much time in Asian languages is that in all of the owl cutscenes, they split apart the hoots. So each hoot gets its own text box, which
Right.
just wastes so much
Just like
time.
the original game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to be true to the original.
Okay, so this is Mashi deviating right here to get this 50 rupee. The reason he's doing that is because in order to do a trick, so he's going for Villa Skip. In order to do Villa Skip, we need the medicine. And it is RNG as to whether or not it will cost 24, 48, or 63 rupees.
I
And
haven't had 63 yet.
I've never seen that, but someone said it was possible, so I'm just gonna believe them.
At that
Oh
point,
no, I've never seen that either. But
do we even
At that
have
point,
a
just
reset?
reset, but in a race, I respect it.
yeah, it is 42, not 48.
Oh, it's 40, okay.
It's
If it's
28,
48,
42, and 63.
yeah. Weird numbers.
Yeah, but at least we have a confirmed Villa Skip from this.
Yeah, so we definitely have one. Some of them might go for it anyway, because he's also going to pick up another 50 in Dungeon 2.
Yeah, there are
Wait,
different.
how many rupees does he have right now?
There are different treasure chests you can go for, I think.
Yeah, there's the one that's, or maybe that's just a 20, and I'm misremembering it. There's the one that's right after Power Bracelet, right?
Yeah, surrounded by pots. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and that
At the
one's going
beginning.
to guarantee it.
Yep.
You know, falling into a pit in this game is so much better, because it doesn't reset the room.
Oh yeah. Actually, didn't notice that.
It can be annoying in some rooms. For instance, in D4, there's one room where it would be nice if falling into water, say, would just reset you at the beginning of the room, but no.
And also, it throws me off sometimes when you fall in a pit, and I'm expecting to go back to the entrance, and I hold forward, and I just walk into the pit because you're immediately respawned outside of the pit.
Oh god, in hero mode, that's a really good way to lose all your hearts, because each pit does 1 heart of damage.
Oh no.
It hurts so much. Okay, so here's Hinox for Mashi. And also Mr. Mario.
Yeah.
Very close to each other. And
They
so
both
this...
don't have bow, right? Yeah, no. Okay.
Okay, so they're doing the jump over. That's pretty precise.
Don't get grabbed. Oh, we got to grab.
Yeah, you can kind of kite him around. For some reason, they had to have increased his health in hero mode, because I just don't remember not doing that, killing him that quickly. He took so much hit damage.
I love having bow there. It's kind of unfortunate that Villa Skip didn't get it after. I guess you could get it before, but it's slow.
Well, yeah, I don't know what Ice Blue is doing, but he's just getting it now, because you got to go back and do Trendy anyway. Unless he already did Trendy? No, I don't think he did.
I don't know, you don't need to do trendy.
Right, with Villa Skip, we don't have to do anything anymore.
So I think he just shopped like before D1 instead of after.
Yeah. So right, I forgot. Also found earlier was and this is a quality of life change. A trigger that we in the original game required a trade sequence to get to. Now exists if you talk to a certain NPC, because it has basically the same information as talking to the other person.
So nice.
So it means we can skip all of the trade sequence, and that's pretty cool.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, it's super convenient that they did that, because that was not something in LADX. Of course, in LADX, you had other methods of skipping the entire trade sequence.
Well, yeah, unless it was Hundo. In which
Unless it was
we
Hundo.
needed Marin, which we still need her in this game.
Mr. Mario got trolled by the bat in that room a little bit.
Yeah.
Awesome room.
Pole's voice. I like how the hitboxes just feel better in this game. It's just the Pole's voice can, like, the room that like Ice Blue is on is still awful if that Stalfos decides that you're just not having a good day.
And that can happen where the pod just breaks on the blocks.
Yeah. But like when I was playing this, the Stalfos just like sniping non-stop. It was just so the worst.
Got buffed, for sure.
Okay, so here's Mashi's going for it. I think he'll do it once. You can fall into that pit and save time, because you'll spawn in front of the boss door. Definitely saves time.
Can you make that jump? I want to say.
I don't know if you can make it, but you can clip on so it will spawn you there.
Right.
Yeah, Mr. Mario got that one.
Yeah, so pulled ahead a bit, but
All right, Pennywise. Worst boss.
Yeah, this guy
Genie, it's
loves
not a
to
clown.
talk.
And I
That's
did
totally a
spend a
clown.
lot of time trying to analyze his patterns. There's definitely logic to it, but I wasn't sitting down and trying to figure that out. But he's hilariously easy to dodge.
Yeah, his first 8 fireball throws.
Yeah.
Like, those are so easy to
So
dodge.
the one thing I can say for this boss fight that I noticed is that if you're standing and he would spawn and damage you, he'll like increase how long his cycle is spinning around the room. So just stand in the middle. Just do that. I should probably have noted that somewhere, but I found that out during my testing.
Add it to the spreadsheet.
Yeah, I'm gonna add that to the spreadsheet. Just don't be in a place where he can spawn frag you, or he could take longer. And then sometimes, like, I think there might be an audio cue that's like super subtle that tells you if he's gonna be the left or the right genie, but I think it's inconsistent, or it's just a random audio cue that happened to like coincide with what I was hearing. Okay, so Mr. Mario going for the old 2-cycle. You just kind of eat the fireball, spin slash, hit him with the sword. Ice Blue will be going for the arrow kill, I believe. Genie, super easy. I'm gonna actually add that to the spreadsheet right now.
Do it.
Do it.
It's
That
important.
spreadsheet's crazy.
Yeah, so for people who don't know, we started a spreadsheet to put all of the glitches and tricks and everything on it. And it has gotten very long in the week since this game has come out.
Oh, Astro just made that jump. No respawn, just jumped it.
Oh,
Well,
So
now
that
you
answers
know.
the question.
well, yep. All right.
Nice.
It's hard, and you know he may have just made that for the first time, so who knows?
Probably like, oh,
A-
okay.
Astro is just the master of getting impossible jumps.
Yeah.
Cough, cough, Zorlax pit.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty sick too.
If we could get into Zorlax pick, we could definitely get earlier Rooster and not go to T5.
Oh, we can definitely get into Zorlax pit. We
Well,
can
no,
get
into
into it
T-Sit,
over and over and over
Yo,
again.
can someone just find Super Swim for us, please? That'd be great.
So Ashley's gonna go unlock the Dampe Warp and then go get medicine.
Yeah, another really nice addition to this game are these warps that are over the overworld. It just makes routing and moving around very nice.
All right. And
So we actually, if you're gonna do Villa Skip, you do not have to return Bow Wow. So that's kind of a throwback now. So Bow Wow's gonna tag along for a while until after D3.
Yeah, and there were some interesting consequences of that, which you will see, and it is the best thing ever.
we're gonna sacrifice Bow Wow. Gods,
Spoilers.
The Windfish.
the Windfish.
Hello.
Okay, so
Oh,
my Spice
hello.
Mother, who's
I
here
gotta
to
join the
balance out,
commentary.
here to balance out my overwhelming presence. As he said in chat.
Alpha is too powerful. He needs someone else here. He needs someone else to always be right.
Oh
Hell yeah.
man.
No, me and Spice are always right together. It's great.
No, even when we're saying different things.
Especially. So, about stealing, because everybody else is doing it now. It looks really hard until you try to just walk out of the shop and tap right at the last second. And then you win. But now your name is Thief forever because you died. In all caps, which is great that they kept that from the original game. And we can see Mashy is going for Villa Skip right now. So
Yes.
there's
Oh
a combination
my
of a couple
God.
tricks. Well, actually, it's not a combination of the other trick, which you can talk to the fox to jump over pits. But once people realize we can move this fox around, we got a bunch of bad ideas in our head.
Requires a little animal abuse, unfortunately, but
Yeah,
Fox
we gotta
can
hit
help
it.
out.
The fox jumps at us. Fortunately, the fox has infinite health in this game, and oh, he's going for the fastest one. So he's
there's
lining it up. He's got to get to 1 heart, and we bought the medicine, because basically, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He jumps, and I can't tell. That
Nope.
one's so hard to tell on.
I don't think so.
Okay, so he's gonna save load.
Now he's got to lure the fox back there again. You can try it as many times as you want, but it takes
Yeah,
a long time.
thankfully it doesn't take as long as you think it would take to get
Yeah.
him over here.
Especially with no screen transitions.
And
And
even with that, how extra long it takes is still a lot better than any trade sequence.
yeah, and it's insanely better than doing the trade sequence or just you know, not doing it. I don't see what Astronomus is going for. If he's going for Villa Skip, I don't know if he knows it. Because again, this was found
Last night,
17 hours
Last
ago,
night.
maybe.
Yeah, it was found about like midnight-ish
Slash is a jump.
Eastern time.
He should go for
So-
the easy one. That's not gonna work.
I kept on trying to go to bed, and then people were like, "Oh wait, we just came up with this even crazier trick."
So
It happened
Ice
like
Blue,
3 or 4 times.
Ice Blue is going for the easier one, where you set the fox up down here.
I didn't even know about this one.
Yeah, this one takes longer, but it's an easier setup because of how you have to put the fox in position, and you drop the bomb right below you, so everything is lined up.
You can definitely see
1, 2,
better,
3,
that's for
4
sure.
slash, and he didn't jump, but he didn't die, so
Oh.
still has the.
Oh. Fox hit him first.
But that's fine. He just needs at least 1 heart, or at most 1 heart, and Ice Blue has it. So that one's a much
Nice.
easier setup. It's slower, but it's way easier to do. And yeah, that's how we get into the villa.
Yep. So no talking to Richard, no going to Camelot.
Yeah, basically, you're dying, and when you're dying and a bomb hits you, you gain a little height, but when the fox is also underneath you, you gain a little bit even more height, and it kind of pushes you on top of stuff.
Just
And then the
barely.
medicine makes you get back up. And so we skip villa.
And with that, all of the trade sequence.
Yep.
and Alpha is like distraught because Camelot's is.
No,
very
it's gone!
low.
I'm so sad! I'm not really that sad, but it's great to meme about it.
Yeah, you thought that when this game came out, you're like,
Oh no, it's
man,
like, I'm gonna...
Camelot's back.
Well, because if we went to Candlet, all the strats are gonna be named after me, ironically. And now it's gone, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame because like some people have spent time like making strats for Camelot, like getting the leaf from the crow, like that they have this nice bomb arrow set up and like all this stuff, and now it's just like, okay, well, whatever, we have Villa Skip.
So
So
that's
Thanks for trying.
Astro
gonna
buffers
put
his
Big
Villa
Lead.
skip.
Mashy also got their Villa Skip.
So I'm interested to see this buffer method because I've only seen it unbuffered.
Oh, by keeping to talk to it? Okay, yeah, so you
Well,
just
no,
need to
like-
count to 5 and get it, and that looks like they're on.
Yep, that's it. So
Yeah,
that's
you
kind
guys
of
are-
I
Oh,
really
sure.
don't like that top setup. It's so much harder to see if
I
you
like
got it.
that one. It's faster.
I know it's faster, it's
But
a
you
lot
can't.
faster.
Yeah, you can't see anything.
So here's Dungeon 3. One
The
of the
Dungeon
most
of a
broken-
Million Keys.
Yeah, it's... None of the dungeons in this game are broken, and it makes me sad.
Somebody come up with Dong Skip. Also, Hello Kitty.
What's
Sorry,
up, Jumbo?
that's JoJo or Jobo.
It-
Jobo, the community kitty.
he's our favorite cat. He's also the only cat, because dogs are better.
Yep.
Ouch.
And looks like Astronomus got their Villa Skip, so that's gonna give them a lead back over Mr. Mario. I really don't like how they put like a pause in between every chest spawning. Like if they didn't do that, this game would be just amazingly better. And oh man, we got Guardian Acorn.
Oh,
So for the
who?
next 30 seconds, Ice Blue's gonna take half damage and Glow Blue with an awesome power.
And we got a cool little tune.
And so here are Dodongo snakes. They are horrifying in this game.
Yeah. So
They make weird sounds. They,
they
move
don't
around.
take the bomb if you like that. Like you can put it right in front of them, and they still won't take it.
If you put it right in their face, they'll always take it.
Mm,
Sometimes
well,
it goes off to the side.
I like
so
that.
what I seem to find is that even if you put it right in their face, they won't take it. So if they eat once, then they have to move like 4
times.
movements
Yeah, that's 4
before
tiles.
you can eat. They can eat again.
Yeah, but if you drop it right in their face, like, because they always open their mouth right before they turn, so if it's right on like their lips, they'll always eat it if it's possible for them to eat.
Even a good fight with the dongos is still so annoying.
Somebody come up with Dodongo skip already.
I'm definitely trying.
Really, we just need a way to side push blocks or something like that, or I don't know, find a way to tackle some obstacles without that. There was that guy in earlier today saying he found a way to get early Ocarina and just said it was 3 a.m. I've forgotten what works anymore.
Mr. Mario just got Villa Skip.
Sounds like me the past week.
Have you just been playing this game?
No, I've just been administering the community, and there's just so much happening constantly.
It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, so you can still do the room that Mashi was in, the old LADX way of jump spin slashes, but they nerfed the hell out of that. Oh, and meanwhile, Ice Blue has Piece of Power. His hands are now burning red. He does double damage. And I'm out of Gundam quotes, so, you know.
He's firing his laser.
There you go.
That's... That's a newer meme than what I was doing. But still, and Mr. Mario finally gets their Villa Skip. They still probably save time over doing trade sequence and candlehead.
Yep. But what you're saying
Yeah.
about the spin slash being worse, it's like you have to release the spin slash at the bottom of your jump when you're like landing in order for it to hit things, which is really bad.
There are
And-
3
and
times
you
when
also-
spin slashes are useful, and 1 time when jump spin slashes are useful.
Yeah, and with the spin slash, you also have to pray that your sword doesn't just hit the enemy, because if it does, you won't be able to release your spin in time.
Yeah, so...
It's just
It's
terrible.
good for Turtle Rock, I guess.
Yeah, Moldorm is better with spin slashes. Another Moldorm is better with spin slashes. And Armos Knight is good with jump spin slashes.
That's about it.
That's it. That's the end of use of spin slash.
Oh,
Most.
what about Plano?
Oh yeah, Blano
That's
was
true,
regular
too.
spin slash. Sorry, that's the third version of spin slash. It's just because he likes to put up his guard a lot, so we have a lot of time to just sit there and charge, you know, whatever. And Mashi getting that Guardian Acorn, charging down the side here
Pick up
because we
300
really
rupees.
need that 300 rupees that spawn in that room, because we have to pay for things in this game and it sucks. And also this 300 rupees is like the least out of the way for some of our routing to get the Frog Song of Soul, which is going to be the best song in the game. Demand that
I
it's
would
ranked.
disagree.
You're wrong.
So Alpha's not getting any runs verified ever. Just for saying that.
I'm gonna like quadruple my capture speed, like capture sound when that song comes on, so you have to listen to it.
No,
When
you
we
see,
did
well,
the
Song.
when
Oh,
we did
I
the
see
Hundo
blue.
tourney last year, I
You
muted
do
my stream
thing.
on it.
You can jump down the ladder and do the LADX jumps there, and it's just like a quarter of a second faster.
you gotta go for the quarter-second faster tricks.
What about
He said
jumping down
bonk.
ladders in the 2D sections? That's like slower in most places, right?
I think it depends on how tall the ladder is.
I think there's one that's tall enough for it to be worth it in.
I think that one and
D7 or D8.
going to Hot Head.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking
Yeah.
of. The ice.
It's actually
Because,
probably not that much faster than just bonking, but you know, it's minuscule at best. It's just cool because you can do a lot of boost platform jumps that we normally just didn't do in the original game because they cost a menu, and that means they save less than 2 seconds, or 4 seconds, I guess, if we hit the menu twice. But now that we have boots on all the time, we can do all of them, especially in D8.
Ice Blue getting a good fight on the. Giga
So
Zelda.
far they're all on the same route. They all did Villa Skip, which is great, because that saves
Yeah, I
us a
love
lot of
that.
explanations later. Slime Eye is... I think they did a cool job with this boss. I just don't like the fact that he's black in, like, the chrome, like,
Wow.
marble-looking way. Listen,
Come on, bro.
I'm listening.
I wish he was a giant, like, an actual giant eyeball instead of, like, this weird chrome thing.
But it looks so cool. The effect
the
he has where you can
reflection's
see the
nice.
reflection in the room.
It is cool,
Yeah, but
but
it's not terrifying.
I'd love to be able to hit him from behind or from any direction.
Oh. Okay.
No. I'd like to be able
And
to hit him
you
with Fire Rod. I'd like Magic Rod not to suck.
Yeah, poor
Oh, it
Magic
is so
Rod got
bad.
an extreme nerf in this game.
They're just like, no. Has anybody tried it on Nightmare Lamola yet? Because it used to one-shot that in the original game. And I
Yeah,
just feel like
but
nobody's done it.
Spin Slash used to
And to
one shot.
Yeah, it's
Nightmare.
already pretty free.
Yeah, well, it doesn't one-shot it in this one.
No,
Unless
just four. You have to hit him 4 times. I don't
Yeah.
think, even if Fire Rod worked, I don't think that would change.
Yeah, well, what if Fire Rod one-shot it, though? Also,
well,
I love this.
Go test.
Whose audio is the stream using?
Astro.
Okay, good, because I love the instrument music in this game. They did such a good
All
job.
the dungeon remixes are so good.
Yeah,
D4 in
D6
particular.
is
Dungeon 6
amazing.
Dungeon 6, they went like full remix on it. Like Dungeon 4, like you can literally hear the old music playing in the background.
Yeah,
But,
I
like-
just think they improved it by adding like bass lines to it, so it's not so shrill the entire time.
I mean, Dungeon 6, they really went hard
So-
on it.
Yeah, like atmospheric and everything. It's so good.
But like I love the instruments. I especially love that dude who just went to town on the triangle at the end of
Oh
D6.
man, yes.
Like he just goes so hard on that triangle. And then you have the fact that they literally just reused the same sound effect of the thunder drum from D8. They didn't change it.
What was there to change?
That's
yeah, it's
true.
just
So
drums.
here's the part where we found out we could skip all the trade sequence. If we talk to the walrus, in the original game, you talked to the walrus, it still had Marin's head there, but you had to talk to the bear in order to trigger Marin showing at the beach. The walrus now does that too as a quality of life change. And so that means we don't have to do the trade sequence anymore because we can also skip Villa.
Yay!
As well as getting to the lens without doing all the items beforehand.
Also, yay.
Oh yeah, we can also do that, which means we're getting early lens out of everybody too, but that's not that bad once you get the hang of air climbs. It's just very tense, and also it's an obnoxious air climb because there's a River Zora there that's kind of an ass.
Honestly, I think the 2 at Tall are harder. But I also
Yeah,
spent 3 days.
For the people who have not seen a run of this yet, just wait until we get Rooster. There are some fantastic things that will
Yeah.
happen.
Oh boy, more piece of power. You hate to see it, but oh no!
I just love it.
You hate to see that. But yeah, so there's the ocarina. It's pretty beautiful, probably made out of porcelain.
Yeah, I don't know why it wasn't allowed to be red anymore.
I don't know.
It was probably like some nice mahogany initially.
I
No,
feel
that's like
a porcelain
maple.
ocarina would sound better than a mahogany ocarina.
Yeah, aren't ocarina usually made out of clay?
Yes.
I have no idea.
This isn't a flute. Also, I love the Dream Shrine music. They did such a
Also,
good job. It's one of my
fantastic
favorite
music.
tracks in the original game as well, so I'm glad that this is still in. And will always be in because we need to wake up that rooster.
All right.
Time to get
So wait,
mad.
where's... So Ice Blue
Whoa.
doesn't have anything funny. Also, so this cutscene is
Wait, yeah.
RNG.
Did
Yeah,
we return Bow Wow?
these eagles move randomly.
Seagulls, it's the same as the original game. We can still talk about it. But also when we have Bow Wow with us. I don't know what Ice Blue did with Bow Wow.
I don't
I
know.
think
Bow
he
Wow was
returned
just
him.
chilling with us in this
Oh.
cutscene.
Scared of the soft lock? It won't soft lock. It'll just despawn him.
Yeah, Massey's got Bow Wow though.
Look at this cutscene. It's just the best cutscene ever with Bow Wow hanging out with us. We're taking
Yeah.
him on a date.
If you do something like enter another cutscene, like the there's a cutscene on the beach with Marin where she talks to you, and it's originally a photo spot that they kept in because it was plot relevant, sort of.
Right.
Bow Wow will just stop existing until you talk to Madame Meow Meow, and like it's just gone forever.
Looks so ridiculous.
Yeah, and all of this happened once again in like the wee hours of the morning.
It's happened 2 days ago.
Yeah, and it was great because when that happened, there was just one person who had gotten everything to work out, and they were testing things to see if stuff soft locked. And
It's
then
like, guys.
you just, guys, Bow Wow's dead. He's gone.
So yeah, you can see Bow Wow's like warping around now and all this other good stuff. And it's just like, I love how the chain just goes up, because it's only like coded to move one actor with you. But then now that we've gone through the warp, Bow Wow has ceased existing. We're flagged still as having him, so if we talk to Madame Meow Meow, he's back. But now we have the Walrus. If anybody could figure out how to skip him, then we don't have to talk to Marin anymore. We can keep Bow Wow forever.
Please do it. We want to see what happens when Bow Wow and Rooster interact.
Oh my gosh.
I don't
Air
know,
climbing
but
with
we
Bow
need the
Wow.
Rooster way
Oh,
more than we need this stupid chain chomp, so...
Hey, don't call him stupid.
I hate Bow Wow sometimes.
No,
He ruins...
Alpha is just traumatized from LADX.
He ruins everything for me. You have no idea.
Try doing unbuffered Rooster Skip.
I do!
Why?
Why would you do that to
Well,
yourself?
I tried doing it up until I fail 4 times, and so Bomb Arrows on Lamola, is faster. Bomb Arrows aren't stupid OP, and also there's a land mole in this game. In the original game, you just shot the dirt, and a key showed up.
Yeah,
They just
Lemola
forgot
got
to
an
put Lamola in this
upgrade.
room. I'm glad I still was able to put that
They had
meme
to show off
this
that
year.
new design.
Yeah, Lamel actually shows up, that's the upgrade.
Yeah, but even in the
Doesn't
Nightmare
actually do.
fight, like, they don't go down to 1 spin slash anymore.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
it's not just the face. Also, shout out to this game for
Just
having,
a
like, serifs so we know that it's Death Eye instead of Deathel.
It's still Deathel to me.
It's still gonna be Deathel, but still. In Japanese,
Say that.
Death Eye with the AI at the end, so it was much more obvious.
Ah, but what is it in German?
I don't know.
Der
The name
Death Eye.
goes up. It's still just the Nightmare, so. I really like how Centipede Lamola looks in this one.
Centipede.
Yeah, it's an uppercase I, not an L. We're all learning this today. This is another new development that's happened over the past couple days.
The discovery of the eye.
Oh, Astro fell in.
No.
Well, spoilers.
Oh, am I ahead of everyone again?
Yeah, you get like a good 10 seconds ahead of me.
What the hell?
Same here, yeah.
Maybe he
How does
can
this
just
keep
see
happening
the
to me?
future.
What are you working on?
I can see the future. I'm gonna refresh again then. Oh, I
I
see
don't think
what Astro's
refreshing will
doing.
help if you're ahead.
No, I was told to do that to sync it back up. You know, one thing I like about this game is that I don't have to spend the entire time talking about mechanics and tricks. There's any amount of downtime. There's just any amount.
Yeah, LADX and LA are just both completely stuffed to the gills full of
Also,
tricks.
if you're just watching on Mr. Mario's, Marin has a sick run animation when you dash with the Pegasus boots. It's almost over forever, but you know.
Especially when she's stuck behind you.
Oh yeah, when she's stuck, she'll just go into a tree. No, in Link's Awakening, for like the 100% runs, I basically could talk without pause, and I'd still miss mechanics in the run because of how tightly packed that is.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
hard
about as tightly packed, but there's not as much insane stuff happening all the time.
yet.
Yeah, to be
It's
fair,
only been
that's
a
a game
week.
with like a few years worth of glitch discoveries.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully this game will be like that one day.
we're gonna get to the part where we have no time and have to, you know, not be able to shut up once a rooster happens. But now we have D4, and like every good Zelda category, we split D4 because ghosts are dumb.
Very dumb.
Yeah,
you
so
can
how
still
the
skip the ghost.
ghost mechanic works in this version of the game is that when you beat D4, nice cat. When you beat D4 and go past a certain point in the map on the south, then the ghost will spawn. And when the ghost is following you, you can't enter dungeons. So that's no good.
Yeah.
So in the original and in LADX, the trigger for the ghost not spawning was getting the level 2 bracelet, but unfortunately that trigger doesn't happen in this game. So we split D4 so we don't have to see the ghost immediately, and then we make sure that we stay above a certain portion of the map so that it doesn't spawn at the very end, right when you're about to go to the eggs, because that would be
Yeah,
sucky.
I think I heard someone saying that there's like horizontal boundaries too. So if
Yeah,
you go too far to the left, it'll spawn as well.
I've heard that it's the medicine shop is the horizontal boundary, or like
Ooh.
going that far, which is very convenient. Just because the entrance to the Windfish Egg is one tile east of that, so we're fine.
Also, somebody please come up with obstacle skip.
No. It's it's so sick because you can just buffer holding down, and it's great. And I'm not sure where Astra's going. Why is Astra going?
He forgot to open D4.
Oh, he didn't open D4.
Oh,
no!
This is
What
a classic Link's Awakening mistake.
Yeah, this is.
It's happened to anybody who
100%.
runs for long enough.
Oh man.
Now
I
it's-
completely
it's
blanked on that. It's
truly
been
a
a
race.
real long time since I've seen someone forget to open D4.
Yeah, the funny thing is, like in LADX Hundo, the way you route it is you actually go, you unlock the warp by Telltale early, and then you warp there on your way to D4. So you actually go right past the keyhole, and there's still some people who manage to forget.
Yeah, well, because they're focused on it, and because they would have already opened it in any other category. So, I really like D4's. I love all the music in this game. It's a full orchestra. It's just so good. Mambo's,
I
like it because
Mambo's
they-
Mambo is terrible.
I
But,
think
you
it's
know,
still okay.
it's so bad in this game.
I don't mind that
But-
one.
The only bad part about it is the lack of O.
No, the bad part about it is the stupid backup singers.
I like it.
I like the dungeon remix because you can still hear the original in there, and then they just added onto it. So they're so good. I love all of them.
Oh man, Ice Blue had Acorn and Peace Power and grabbed neither.
Oh, you should
How
have.
dare he?
I
Also, you
don't,
went for
I
that
don't think
jump there. I
the
don't
like
think you can
piece of
make
power
it.
pickup is as epic in this one, so I'm not the biggest fan. Astro not going for the cool slide. If you just buffer boots and then down right, you don't have to stop and you just kind of go straight through the door. It's a really cool strat. Thanks, Samurai Man.
I
Yes.
think at this point most of the strats
No,
have been
Frog
found
Song's
by our
better than
samurai.
Mambo by infinite numbers.
No, there's actually been it's been fairly broad in terms of people finding strategies.
Samurai Man's just put him into practice most, I think.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's
Samurai
configured
Man
in actual runs.
has found a lot of like optimizations, especially with bosses and mini bosses.
This one in
and such.
particular, actually. We'll see
He's-
if Ice Blue goes for this.
He's probably spent the most time, or one of the most amounts of time running this game already.
He has the world record right now.
I think he's the only person under 150 right now.
Yeah. Game is only a week old and the category is already dead. Shaking my head.
I thought it got lower. I thought somebody said they got in the 140s range.
No, Samurai Man's in the 140s range.
Okay.
43, right?
Yeah, he's got a
That was
143 and I
with-
think he's the only sub 150.
Well, I
That was
mean,
with that
someone
gas
else had a
55
submission
also.
for a 101 earlier.
But
Oh
that-
yeah.
Yeah, he typoed that. I went to look and like it was just an oopsie, and I'm like, I'm a little upset that he wasn't like hoarding strats for like 6 hours.
I know, if only. Like, I'd just be amazed if we had a sick, like, hour time save already.
Well, enough
here's
has
cue ball.
happened during this week.
Also,
Why
Cue
not?
Ball is almost as stupid, but sometimes he can just decide he doesn't want to be stun locked. What you can do, and this is something else I should put on the sheet, is he can't move past bombs. He just runs into them infinitely, so you can kind of corner lock him with a bomb.
No, when you
That's
say infinitely,
wonderful.
you mean, like, until it explodes.
Oh yeah, until it explodes. But you can sort of lock him in place, and then he'll spin around and get damaged by the bomb as well. So, you know, it probably doesn't save any time, it's just a cool little thing you can do to him. And so we have a flipper. You can fit your whole body into it.
And it's yellow and not blue.
No, it's-
Icy is getting the boss key before leaving.
They're
I guess
matching
it's just a choice. You know, it doesn't really matter now that I think about it.
Yeah, do you guys know if anyone's doing the manip?
No one is
I
doing the
don't
manip.
believe so. They all have their stuff.
Okay,
I
good.
don't. Can we ban that, please?
Yeah. I figured no one would be for an SRL kind of thing, so it's kind of a bitch to set up when you have a 10-second timer for the race starting.
and several people going at once. Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that you're trying to, if you mess it up by afraid, it's just not happening.
Well, we actually recorded a list of the frames before and after, and in the range that most people get it,
Oh, yeah.
the D4 patterns are actual. The D4 tile patterns are different, so you can, if you're confident that you're in a certain range, you can look at the D4 tile pattern and based on that, figure out which one you are. But there have been some weird things going on with people doing the manip on different file slots and such. So it needs some working on. But it's fun. You don't have to do the manip. We have 2 different categories for it, or subcategories.
Yeah, book or no book. I'm just, as long as it doesn't become D2 skip for oracles, I'm fine.
That cat,
Hungry.
just relentless.
I wish feeding him would quiet him, but this is actually him after eating.
This is him every
Feed me
time you've
more.
been on voice chat right recently.
Yeah, try all the time. He's just got a certain time of night that's noisy, so I'm sorry.
Maybe your cat just really wants to commentate.
I'm loving these German names. I haven't seen them. I love Wonder Tunnel. I love Fishmaul.
Oh, if you love Wundertunnel, you should also love Wunderkran, aka Trendy Game. There's
Ooh.
they're both wonderful.
I love Trendy Game. I'm so good at Trendy Game.
You should run Hundo
So
then.
Asper checked the pattern, but didn't. I guess was trying to see if they could just get it. Or okay, so they were just remembering the pattern.
You can uncover 3 of them and just move on because then you know the 4th.
Yeah, then you know the 4th, so you know the 5th. I was just trying to remember. Did he just not remember it the whole time? So here's D5. Somehow, Grezzo thought it was, you know, just the bee's knees to make it the same as the old game and make Gomas just completely optional, which is great.
Thanks, Grezzo.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Grezzo.
It's optional just because of one single pushable block.
Yeah, and like that was in the
has
original
no
game.
business being there.
It was in the original game too.
Although
Like,
we don't push the block. We have better things to do.
Yeah, when I fought Gomas when I played this game when I was like 6, oh, and it looks like Ice Blue isn't doing 2 arrows on Armos Knight. That's interesting.
Maybe they want to conserve them.
It's possible.
Have to be careful though with health.
Yeah, Almost Night can be a pain in this.
Yeah.
game.
So Ice Blue went to Dungeon 6 first, or to the face key. Mashy didn't. I don't know if that's just a routing difference. Probably is.
It's probably one of the million different routes that's out there right now.
Probably saves time because of how you want to dip out of the Armos maze is by warping, and there's not really like when you go to D6 you have to walk back otherwise. Also the kill on freaking Master Stalfos is great. You just drop a bomb, he makes a big huge swing, you knock him down, the bomb blows up the second he's vulnerable.
Love those
It's
animations.
very
Yeah,
convenient.
I love. In addition to the music, I love the animations in this game.
Yeah, they're
They're all wonderful.
They're so charming.
Yeah, I gotta get my German Switch account or Switch like user profile.
I still don't.
I
have
really,
one.
that's the one thing I really like about the Nintendo Switch is that like all the carts have like all the languages on them.
Wait, is
Yeah.
that a profile thing? I thought that was console wide.
No, you could just profile it. Like, I have a Japanese user to get to the Japanese eShop because I bought some games from Japan that came with downloadable content that was only redeemable on the Japanese eShop. But then I could play it on the English eShop. Or I could play it
That
in
makes
English.
sense.
Good work, Nintendo.
Yeah, I
10
mean,
out of
it
10.
is good.
Thanks, Grezzo.
Yeah, thanks, Grezzo. So, Mashy's going to fight Master Stalfos for the 4th and final time. He takes so much more time in this game just because the fights are longer to begin with, and he takes extra hits. I don't know why they decided this. I really like the jumps in this room. Oh, but Mashy just didn't dash there
Safe
for
jumps.
some reason.
Safe jump. Yeah, I like that room.
Oh, what?
I
He
like all the
doesn't do
2D
the boost
sections,
jump?
really.
The boost jump is so good! Both of the
Wah,
boost
wah.
jumps in that room are so good.
I guess Mashy's not seen that you can do the boot jump there.
Yeah, you can do a boot jump on, you can just dash from the first one across the first platform, jump. And then the next one is, Ice Blue's doing bomb arrows.
Yeah, the other ones just jump to the second chain
Yeah,
and
and
you
then
hold
dash.
boots
You can
for
make
when
it
you
to-
land. They're
I
both
hope
And there's a
pretty easy
backup
to do.
too, because like if you miss the final platform, the last one raises up and you can land on that.
Oh, you know what? Now, this is the first time I can actually really talk about this in this game. So, every time you complete a puzzle, the puzzle stays completed. So, in Dungeon 5, when Ice Blue, or when Mashy runs back through, normally, he's got to go back up and through, because he still needs some stuff. But,
Boss key.
the boss key. But, these skeletons, look, you don't have to kill them anymore! The door's open! The door's open!
Wanted that
It's
piece of
so
power.
good.
It's open! I guess he really wanted the piece of power.
Yeah, that has caught me so many times. I'm just used to having to clear every room again.
I know, I've done it a lot. It's like, oh man, it's so cool. But, the door was open. And then, do we still use that push block to skip that, or is there a new thing that was found that I missed?
We have a trick called skewing.
Oh,
We
okay,
don't-
skewing does hit that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
The second we found skewing, I wasn't sure, and I didn't feel like testing it, and I didn't know if anybody saw it.
It's also used in D7 to.
I,
get a
I made a
sword.
really nice MS Paint picture of how skew works in this
I
dungeon.
saw that picture. I need to put that in the spreadsheet so all can see the picture.
We need a spreadsheet to keep track of all of the spreadsheets.
That's called pins.
No, just
No
more
one checks
spreadsheets.
those. No one looked.
Keep on adding the spreadsheets.
We just have to keep adding spreadsheets recursively.
I'm proud of
until
our
we solve the game.
spreadsheet. It is a quality spreadsheet.
Yeah, people.
I've
been
never
using
seen
it.
this
There's
much
so
effort
in
put
it.
into this. Normally we just flounder around. Let's
Well,
see,
we
Mashy,
have
all
we
the
have new
skeletons
people
again.
who put in the effort
No,
for us.
Mashy's forgotten again.
Hey, I had to do something while my code is compiling.
I thought you do Python.
Yes, I'm making a joke.
I could legitimately, I write in C most of the day because.
Hell yeah, sea boys. Or are we sea men?
Oh.
Okay, sir. Hell yeah.
This is probably a PG stream, and I'm sorry.
No. We were informed that we're allowed to do whatever we
Oh.
want, so you know.
They
That's fortunate.
specifically said that
Yeah.
I don't have a filter.
They all
So
skipped
who wants
face
to
sitting
talk
with
about
Marin,
skewing?
and we couldn't do that. So
Okay,
Mashy
Mashy's
is no
about to
help.
do
So-
it.
So skewing, the movement is normally restricted to 8 directions, like up, down, left, right, and the diagonals. And the only way to get off of that direction, I guess there's like 2 or 3 ways, but one of them is if you tap directions in the air, you can like turn a little bit, but not fully. Mashy gets that. Super. Yeah, like, there's a couple of other ways, like the shovels and picking up bombs and stupid stuff like that.
Taking damage mid-jump, or while shooting an arrow can do it. So Mashy has no health, but it's fine because Grezzo decided to put in 0 effort into this boss.
I've
And
died to
it's,
this boss a couple times. Not gonna lie.
well, the times you die to it are when you try to slash through its face, and you just eat its hitbox as hard as possible. But this boss has 16 hits in regular mode.
12? 13?
Well, I don't know. I counted a lot when I fought him the last time. Maybe,
I,
but you
I
can
thought
get-
I saw somebody got a 11 hit cycle
I got a 12
Yep,
hit
somebody
cycle.
got 11
and was
hit.
saying that that's like almost the fight.
Mashy just got
Yeah,
11.
because it still takes 4 hits after that. I got an 11 hit cycle last time, so
Oh, okay.
like when I was doing a test run earlier, I got an 11 hit cycle. That's easy. 12 is
Yep,
There's
12.
12 is red
12
tunic
hit.
2 cycle.
And I love the fact that you can actually tell if what you're pulling out is the good guy, the good wall snake, or the bad wall snake.
Yeah, his eyes will be inverted. I'm actually not having a very good fight there.
He
Wall
survived.
Yes.
Snake
the
is just
16
in
hits.
general so much better, or so much easier, and it kind of makes me sad because he was like one of my favorite bosses to fight. Now he's just boring, and just feels like a waste of time.
Now, if you want excitement fighting wall snakes, get him in Dungeon 2 in the randomizer.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
That was a blast.
Excitement in that get facade in D4.
How does that even
I
work?
got that too.
You have to. It's called use bomb arrows.
No, it's called if you're right at the top of the screen and place a bomb, the explosion timer is just perfect that you'll hit his face.
It can be. It's pretty bad though.
Yeah.
Oh, and you can have your sword slash to keep your skew.
No, Ice Blue having some trouble getting the exact angle there.
Yeah, there we
It can
go.
take a while if you.
Yeah,
haven't-
the hook shot hitbox is big, just fat enough that'll do. So Mashy, I believe, hasn't gotten his face key yet, unless I just completely blanked on it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so Mashy
Have to get it
does have to do, and this may have just been some hardwired like Link's Awakening or LAGX just burned into his brain because that happens to everyone who ran the game before 6 days ago. He may just be doing Armos Maze now. Astro having some
Yeah, he's
problems.
getting the key still. Because I think he would have hit the owl beforehand. Or do you?
Oh, you
I
know,
don't know.
TGH said the trigger for it is beating Dungeon 3.
Because
So yeah,
you
he would have
can-
hit the owl. So he
Yeah,
is.
you can get here a lot earlier.
Yeah, and then after yelling at Spicefather when he was doing a run, saying, "Hey, you can shoot the Armos with arrows and it's faster," and he said, "Oh, cool, I didn't know that," and then proceeded to just stun them with a hook shot and throw them.
Muscle memory. And it's more fun.
It is more fun. It's really fun. Also, fun fact that I discovered while playing this game, because I was doing a no stealing run, and you can kill the Armos with bombs in this game. You get a really, really silly message from the developers saying that you don't have the bow to give them the ow when you pick up the arrows that they're guaranteed to drop.
It's so wonderful.
It's an amazing message, and I'm so glad that that's out. So I'm actually having a ideal Armos fight is 2 spin slashes and 2 arrows, and it's really fast and easy. And he's spin slash cycle this seems to be off of the jumps.
The heck? His spin slash hit and then didn't do damage.
Yeah,
Because this game is good.
Thanks, Grezzo.
Grezzo gave us, and Grezzo will take. I just want them to fix the memory leak and then nothing else. Or, you know, do what they do sometimes, just introduce even worse things. Remember, we wouldn't have pip buffering if it wasn't for the fact that they were trying to fix, like, screen scrolling. So, this is an opportunity. Ice Blue does the hookshot stun, because he needs hookshot anyway, and throws it over. When Mashy does it, so Ice Blue's taking the lead with their routing difference. If they still have the bow equipped, it's probably still faster to just shoot him with the arrow and then swap. But if you just left D5, you would have the hookshot equipped, so you change to that. And look at that piece of power on top of that acorn. It still makes you faster, but it's just text boxes are slow and it's just not worth it. Yes, Mice.
That's just a sick drop. Now that I've finally caught up to your video.
Oh man. Why am I so far? How do I keep getting so far ahead? Or are you
Alpha's just
Your
speedrunning
internet is too
watching
good.
this.
Yeah, my internet is apparently just amazing. What the
Do you have
hell?
splits for watching this?
I have to refresh the stream every like 10 minutes in order to fall behind. I don't even have that good of internet.
You do now.
Apparently, it just defeats all of Canada.
Oh, feels bad.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll upgrade to Bell 5. No, I won't do that. I don't want to give them my money.
If I had any way of getting like actual fiber internet that wasn't gonna cost me $400 a month because it'd be a business line, I'd do it.
I am like 5 miles outside of Google Fiber's range.
Oh, rip.
Oh, no.
That's a good fiber too.
It's
Well, I'm like a
pretty
full
good.
country outside of it, so at least you could maybe move closer.
I could move.
Well, that's what
to New York
sucks.
City
It's like
and
I'm
get it.
so close,
That's not
but
happening.
I don't have it.
The internet at my place is pretty good. The problem is if you step like 1 foot outside of any building, then the internet suddenly just disappears. So it makes it hard on a college campus. You can't sit outside at all. You have to be on a building to use
Stay inside.
the internet pretty much.
So there are, in the room Mashy's in, there are also a bunch of really cool boots jumps. That's one of them. I don't like how in this game I can't just hold up left and ignore the room. But you know,
You're spoiled. You've
we
been spoiled.
we pick our battles. Wasn't a stair clip found here like earlier today? I don't know if it's relevant, but like I know someone.
Yeah, Rithik posted a clip where I guess while you're on the stairs there in the level 2 bracelet room, you can jump sideways and you'll kind of just get into a fall animation on top of them.
Oh, weird. I didn't see
No
it.
idea if that can ever be useful, but
It
knowledge
looks
is power.
interesting.
Actually, because of the extra rooms we have to do in D6 that we normally wouldn't unless we need seashells or our Dragon C0, we have to go through this way. And we can grab some extra bomb and arrow drops. And there are our friends the horseheads. They're great in this game.
Yeah, they actually behave in a way that makes sense.
And I love
Except
this
they
build.
move one more space than they're
Oh no,
supposed
you
to.
messed it up! That's so sad! That spark is really ruining it, and now that Astra is entered, everyone else can hear the wonderful D6 music.
It's so good.
I know that's not a spark, it's a will-o-wisp in this game.
No, are those the anti-fairies?
Oh, anti-fairy, right, yeah, that's an anti-fairy. I really hope that he picked up that key.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a key.
Okay, yeah, good. I didn't see it show up before then, so... Oh my god, the music in D6 is just so good. Also, the tile room is so good. There's like half the number. It feels like there's half the number of tiles, and they spawn very fast. And they spawn faster if you kill them.
Did we ever figure out how to grab the ball before this mini boss?
If you
yes.
enter from the leftmost side, you can just barely do it.
Without piece of power?
Yep.
Yeah,
Without piece of power. Obviously,
if
having
you-
piece of
right
power is a
there,
lot easier.
you can, if you hold up left and up, you can just barely make it. And oh, you could see the the prompt for it. And he just barely missed it, but now Smasher is done for because you got his ball.
No, Smasher took some balls to the face.
There it is.
After dark, here we go.
That's why he.
It's 10:14, so you know it's late enough places.
Hooray for US time. US East Coast time.
It's the best coast.
I don't know what's going on with this stream. Like every so often, I just get knocked back by like 20 seconds.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
it's weird. I'm not like seeing lag or the streams pause or anything. So that's happening to me as well.
Yeah, and unless your like computers just can't handle having 4 streams up, you can lower the bit rates for yourself. I think.
It's a possibility.
Oh, if I got 3900X right now, I don't think
Oh
that's.
yeah, you have a good computer now.
It better be able to handle this, or why did I spend money?
Because money. Oh yeah, anti-fairies with magic powder gives you stuff. You don't need the boomerang anymore.
Yeah, poor Boomerang and poor Magic Rod both got nerfed.
So did Hookshot, but Hookshot, and it's something that I want to figure out and route for the few areas that we are on the overworld. You can Hookshot to every tree. So,
Yeah,
and
and the
it's
telephone
really
booth.
fast in Signpost Maze, and I've just been like, I want to make a video of it, but it's really fast.
Do it.
Add it
I
to
Also,
have
you
to
should go
record
for
it.
the
I'll do it
go
tomorrow.
for the raft maze world record.
Oh god, yeah. So some people have been going really hard for it. Is it still a 23:06 is the record for Raft Maze?
No, someone's got a sub 23.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's
Like a
didn't Sammy get a
2296 or something like that.
that's crazy.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
have,
Raft game is
we'll have
so
idle
much
boards
fun.
go eventually.
It's so cool. Yeah, that needs to be on the leaderboard. That's gonna be probably the hottest meme category because
I
it's
haven't even
in game
done it.
time.
Yeah, see, the
Wait.
truly sad thing is that you can't really do fish the pond percent anymore.
We can do fish all the fish percent though, and win the trendy game percent.
We can also have like a Canelet percent,
Hell yeah,
just for some people who really like that place.
just for me. No one else is allowed to submit to the leaderboard, just me.
Gotta have the world record in that.
Although if we want the memes, we're gonna have like almost 100% eventually.
Okay, so Astro has piece of power, so... And he just stood there, so I'm a little upset about it. What do you mean almost 100%?
There's been conversations
Oh,
about
right,
what
yeah,
the rule
like,
set for
all-
100% should be.
Well,
some
like,
peop-
there's 100%, which you do have to do most of Dampe. And,
Yeah, but
like,
there's some people who don't want to do any of Dompe.
And then there's
Yeah.
some people who want to do page 4 of Dampe.
Oh my god.
well, what we need is all upgrades. And, you know, just somehow don't include pieces of heart or heart containers into that definition, so we can still get level 2 sword and all the map batter stuff, but skip the rest of it and get red tunic.
Can you explain the Dampe stuff to me? I didn't do any of it.
Okay, but wait, but there's facade, and this is a really cool thing. So, I'm gonna give shoutouts to Cravone for inspiring this quick kill, because his ROM hack makes it impossible to fight facade with bombs because he spawns him over a pit. Oh no, he's not doing it. Okay,
Wah,
so
wah.
hopefully one of them does it. So you can talk about whatever because I just don't care anymore.
Yeah, so for Dompe, for people who don't know, you have sort of like mini dungeon maker where you can place tiles that are presets. They have like specific doorways on each one, like left, right, up, down. And you have to put them together and make certain patterns, blah, blah, blah. But Dompe's Shack has a few rewards. There's some piece of heart, there is heart container and a seashell.
2 pieces of heart container, and a seashell.
Yeah, so completing the first 3 pages of those challenges gets you all that stuff, and then there's a 4th page, which I believe gives you 300 rupees for completing the whole thing.
Correct.
And for the 100% category that most people are in agreement with, you don't do page 4 because nobody cares about 300 rupees. But
But you've got to get the heart container.
Okay, but
Yeah.
anyways, back to Mashy's stream because he's got bomb arrows on.
oh, sick.
He is gonna do the quick kill that's inspired by Cravone because you can't hurt facade without bomb arrows.
Alpha, quick question.
Yeah.
Weren't you the one telling me to just place bombs because it's like perfect timing for his face?
For one of the hits, but then I looked at it and then realized that no, that's dumb. I thought it was
Okay,
different.
okay, good to know that Alpha's not always right.
That's
That's why you're here, Spez.
In a while, I thought it was different.
Oh,
Like, if you-
Mashy's so good.
Yeah, so Mashy did it once and then stopped. I don't know why, because you skip his entire enrage phase when you do the full bomb arrow thing.
It's the lower tiles, I think. So like you can line up the top ones, but then you get smacked by the bottom ones, and it's kind of hard to recover at that point.
Oh, that's such a good bomb placement. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm good at it because thanks Cravone. Because again, you could only miss one tile, or you lost the fight.
Yeah, he put a keys in just to make it a little bit more doable.
I hit it before, you know, I ran out of tiles, so... Okay, so here's Signpost Maze on Ice Blues. I really like how good this is with Hookshot and when to dash, so it looks like we're gonna have our video now.
Yeah, so fun fact about this maze is that we found a way to get in here really early, like as early as after D2. Unfortunately, once you get in, you can't get back out. So
Yeah.
there's one trick
it's
that
Hotel
we've
California.
been trying to get and people have been working on called early rooster. And one of the things that you need for rooster is in this maze. So if you could get in and get out, then you could, that's a piece of the puzzle right there. But
Yeah,
unfortunately, yeah, you
It's a
either need
huge
hookshot
pit.
or you need to be able to warp out.
And we kind of need the level 2 bracelet still anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
We
This is kind
may
of
have a way to get into D6 early if anyone can replicate what Astro did.
Okay, so Astro is kind of doing it, and this is great. He's waiting. Oh, he misses the shot. That's unfortunate. You can get it before he does any of this phase. You can kill him.
Close though.
He seems to be forgetting that you can just shoot off the wall, probably.
Yeah, when he spawns right next to the wall, he dies. Or I don't think you can hit him in the middle of the room with bomb arrow, right?
Not without any
Yeah.
projectiles from him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I
if
think
he-
it's only if he's close enough
Yeah,
to one of the
if he's
walls.
right against the wall, you can get it, but you can kill him before he's done with even warps. Like, it's great.
There's your song. Ice Blues getting it.
All right,
No,
yeah,
this is such a banger.
it's so good.
Such a
Oh.
shame we can't hear it 4 times.
I
Hear
mean,
it once though, but listen to this guy rock on this triangle though.
Not bad.
Like that guy put in so much effort to do that. And I'm proud of Grezzo for doing it. And we got our conch shell solo. I
is
remember
that
being
an
upset.
actual thanks, Grezzo?
Yeah.
Like
There's been several
not
thanks Grezzos
sarcastic.
that have been legitimate. What are you talking about?
I guess that's true.
They made this
Yeah.
game. Thanks,
Yeah,
Grezzo.
overall, this game is actually really well done. They just also put in a lot of cool glitches.
Yeah, like they did everything right.
Ice Blue.
Yeah, Dragon, I did it
Our
before
boy.
I missed any tiles though. I know you did the hard version.
So the rooster is our lovely, wonderful friend in this run
Literally the
because
greatest thing ever.
rooster is very broken, and
very
so are ladders.
So thanks to Flock for finding that first we can clip into things using the rooster and bombs. But then he was trying to do a clip with a rooster and then accidentally discovered a little glitch that Ice Blue is going for right now, and that Nolan, you want to explain this because you found this trick?
Yeah, so Flock found that you can climb on invisible ladders above normal ladders if you grab Rooster while like standing at a really precise far away stance on the ladder. And you can clip into the ground with it, you can do a lot of things with it, but if you fly over the trees to the left of Link right there and get on that ledge on the outer part of this section of Martha's Bay, that's how you can clip back inbounds and it pushes you into the statue so you can get lens. But first, he's gonna have to grab the ladder right when Link starts climbing on it, or else you don't get the height. So there he goes.
No, he was kind of doing like the slightly harder setup though, for
Yeah.
getting on the
Yeah.
air though.
I like to jump up the ladder and then
Yeah,
do
that's
it
more
and then
consistent for sure. But yeah, he's just gonna make his way around here, and if you have to stay on the very top of this ledge here, or else it's gonna push you into a void state. But then you can just get pushed right in.
yeah, I like to think of it as staying on the outside except for the very last part, and then you have to go to the inside right
Yeah.
away.
Yeah,
Also,
because you
best
can actually
song.
get into a void state in that corner, but still like maneuver around, and you'll still get it. It's actually pretty easy once you get to that corner. I jumped into the statue because I was done. I was like, well, that didn't work, and so I was getting back in bounds, and I just jumped back in bounds, and Link walked into the statue. I was like, oh, okay.
Hey, whatever works.
Also, shoutouts to actually getting to hear Frog Song now.
Yeah,
That's true.
it's so good. I love
Oh, I
like the
tuned it out.
drum beat they put behind it.
Yeah, like every once in a while the snare drum is just like,
Yeah.
like finally has a job to do.
Well, they didn't give him a job at the end of D8.
That's because it's like a tom-tom drum.
Or a bowl of soup, as some people say.
Okay, so Mashi did save, but he dropped the rooster into the void, so you can reset that by going back in and out of bounds again. Or in and out of a thing, but it's just quicker to save load. Save loading is really fast. So yeah, so you go up there, you throw the
Second
rooster,
tap was too
hop
soon
up,
on
so
that
you
one.
tap up, and he held. What is it if you hit the
If you go into the ladder like that, it means your second forward input was too soon. Like you tapped it before Link started climbing.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched like the videos of it yet. I'm sort of figuring it out, but it's like your first forward input is like as you start descending, and the second one is as he regrabs the ladder.
So when you pick up Rooster, you can chill. You don't have to do anything. You can stay there until, I mean, the Zora's gonna troll you, but like, you just have to tap the first one very lightly and quickly, and then go to neutral on the joystick. If you don't do that, you're not gonna time it right.
Okay. Because
Yeah,
I've
looks-
just been getting like a feel for it, but I wasn't 100% sure as to what I was doing differently.
It looks like
Getting it
Mashi might be going a bit far. Like he's not quite over the air when he's doing this.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, tapping forward. Yeah, he could get it right there, but
We'll get it.
Yeah, I've gotten it actually a couple times when like Link is facing left at the first start, as long as you get that initial position correctly. We've Astro going for his attempt, and Astro could take a lead over Mashi here.
The
Throw is important, otherwise you won't get on top of that.
answer chat, we are looking into being able to do that. It would be awesome if we could, but for now, there are some other ones we can do, but not that one.
Yeah, so for right
can
now,
skip
using that, you can use the rooster to sort of clip through the mountain, but that doesn't help you. You can use the rooster to get to the cave that spits flames at you, but that doesn't really help you.
Ice Blue's about to go for one.
I was
to go to D7.
very concerned about the. I was very concerned about that jump that Astro did. I thought you just walk in. It looked like he like almost went over it. Yeah, the air climb is the hardest part, I think, of these tricks. Like just getting air climb. But you know, and
So if Ice Blue gets this one, the idea is to go backwards once you get the climb. You can't go as high on this ladder as you can on the one in Martha's Bay, but they're wanting to get on that ledge below them, and you can get over to the right and skip some caves to get the D7.
now, how much time does this one save?
If you get it first try, actually I don't know if we have times for this, but it's like 30 seconds, I want to say 20 seconds.
Okay, so he can spend a while and not lose time, but I think this will be one that people just don't go for, especially as they're learning the run, because this is an easier one to skip. Early lens is kind of mandatory.
This one's harder, yeah.
No,
Yeah,
like,
this-
And
You
even
know
Well,
what
it's
peop-
not mandatory if you do the manip.
Listen, one of those things is heinous, and the other one is great.
That's fair.
I know a lot of people have been probably either doing this one or the bomb out of bounds, like a bit over to the right.
yeah.
And I guess the bomb one is a bit nicer because we have like a nice just visual cue for when to do our inputs.
There's just too much Rooster hype right now.
Rooster is awesome.
Everyone wants to go for this one. It is pretty cool when you get it. All right.
Yeah,
we're
so
just
Ice
gonna move
Blue's
on.
giving up, I think wisely at this point. Won't cost them a lead by going to do this. And you just skip basically 3 sets of caves.
Yeah. You have to remember that it has only been a week, so
Exactly.
not all the tricks are under our fingertips quite yet. But
All right, so here's the bomb flip.
Oh, but
One
he didn't grab the rooster. That's unfortunate.
One thing to just count is this trick sucks when you're doing it in hero mode and bombs do 4 hearts of damage.
Yeah. forget
Yeah.
that.
Which, you
yeah,
know,
good
normally it's
luck
double
with
damage,
people
but
want to do hero
yeah.
mode.
But yeah, then you do this, and let's see if he gets the cool one. Oh, he didn't get the cool one.
Yeah, so you can hit other loading zones there.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can go over the loading zone, however, and skip going and through that.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 different things that can happen. There's different caves you can end up on. You can actually get directly to D7. You like just barely get up there and you can use a Tektite to hit you and it gets you back in bounds. There's a method where you sort of appear where the staircase is and you can see Link's like head just in the staircase and it's great.
Yeah, I think we're gonna wait until a lot of these get ironed out a little bit more, just because I don't have the time to do the runs anyway. I have a lot of other stuff going on.
Looks like Mashy might have the.
Oh, Mashy,
Yep.
yeah,
Got
that
it.
looks good.
Nice.
Oh my god,
That's
I'm taking your word for it.
Better internet.
And clearly, your hardware can't handle. Oh no,
No, it's just my internet.
I know.
And being in Canada.
Canadians.
Gosh, those silly Canadians.
I would have laughed really hard if Ice Blue lost his shield there, because he's about to
Yeah,
get the level
I
2
was thinking
shield.
the same.
Thanks to Skew!
Ew.
So you just kind of
This
skew
one's
here,
hard.
and like, I didn't actually think that this was possible when I knew about skew, and it was only because I was so
Wow.
sure that the arrow was going to bonk on the blue tile, and because I only had a hero mode file, there was no way I was trying that.
That was a really quick setup on that one.
And now we get to do ball strats, which aren't as cool as the original one because we can't go over walls, but you know, or we can't super jump really.
Yeah, people need to work on figuring that one out.
Yeah, if we can figure out super jumps again, that'd be great.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
And then bomb triggers.
You can't clip into walls, so it's kind of
I mean,
hard to
just
think of how they would exist.
Power
skew
lock
into
it
walls,
requires
I guess.
rooster.
I'm not sure why. Oh wait, right, because he's gotta knock this pillar down, doesn't he? I was like, why did he do that when he could just go push the button? I do wonder if that saved him. It probably did. The transitions in these dungeons are weird. I kind of wish more of D7 like tiles were allowed in Chamber Dungeon.
Like, I could do without.
It'd be fun to make them.
So momboing there instead of auto loading won't reset the ball.
Yeah, which is
Hit the
important
switch.
because he's got to get up and over here.
Yeah, because it would have saved it after doing the second pillar, I think.
Yeah, and he has to fall down in this room. Or wait, no, he doesn't, because he doesn't. You don't need any keys. What am I talking about? He just needs
All
this
the
to-
runners got early lens.
Oh no, wait. If you fall down here, it's a seashell. Right. That's. I've been watching too many Hundo streams.
Yeah, the far right is small key.
Yeah, which you don't need any keys in this dungeon ever. And so you do that to get around, so you don't have to do a bunch of other dumb things. Yeah, you need one key in this dungeon, and it really just saves a little bit of traversal.
Oh, Nintendo. Never will understand how
Well,
online
one of the
things
reasons
should work.
why you don't need one of the keys in this dungeon is because, and it baffles me to no end, is that of all the rooms they decided to not put a transition in, the room with that crystal switch block is one of them. And because of that, the entire puzzle of, oh, you need the key to climb the thing to transition left to hit it with a bomb so you can go get the shield. No, 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 no. Just walk over, throw a bomb, and walk into the other room.
Yeah, that confused me on my casual playthrough. I was like,
I'm just like,
why is this a
why?
thing?
Why? Why did they do this? Okay, so these guys also threw me off because they changed the order of the suits.
I didn't even notice that.
Did
It
they?
used to be, you know, the order of card suits.
What's the order? Of
So
cards?
it went Ace, Heart, Club, Diamond. Now
Ace
it's
is not a suit.
or sorry, Spade, Club, Heart, Spade, Heart, Club, Diamond. Now it goes Spade, Club, Heart, Diamond, and it drives me insane because
Damn,
I
I'm
always
moving up.
slash early if I hit hearts or clubs.
I'm loading up LADX because I don't believe you.
What?
Oh, then
Going to
fighting
Dungeon
more.
7.
I didn't hear what you said, Spice.
Said I'm loading up DX because I don't believe you.
Definitely that.
So, who wants to come up with flame skip for us?
I don't even know where to start.
Yeah, oh, we're splitting D7 because we don't want to lose our rooster friend.
Apparently,
Also, because
playing
there's a
Ocarina
Marin
is not bad.
cutscene and it is extremely slow.
The second like grab of the run.
Okay, Alpha, I can confirm that the order is the same.
Oh, is it? Maybe
Oh.
Spade, Club, Heart, Diamond.
I don't know. It threw me off for some reason. I don't know why then.
They're slower, I think is all it is. By quite a
Like-
bit.
It could also be the fact that the colors are different.
Yeah, I guess the blacks and the reds are like slightly off.
Yeah.
So here's a mini boss, I guess.
I like that we have to fight him, and we get his really cool theme that we just ignored in LADX and in every category, really.
Yeah, it's kind of sad because you can use Link's iframes and just walk into where the loading zone should be, but it's not actually there in this
Like,
version
he's
of the game.
such a cool boss, and in this one, like, because he stays high, you have to jump up there and you can hit him. Like, there's a bunch of things. Also, he does, like, 4 hearts of damage per hit in hero mode, and he's terrifying.
I also love the reaction of the rooster. Just does not care that a giant
"I'll help."
turtle monster is eating him.
Get him, Rooster! I also like all of these runners using the powder to just pick up antifairies if their hearts are low. You can't do that in hero mode.
How do you pronounce that?
I gotta get a hero mode run. I gotta do that. It's so scary. Except for the boss of this dungeon, who's another boss that they just decided was allowed to suck.
Not a fan.
Yeah, Hothead's so easy in this one. He does no damage and he never hits you.
Yeah, and the other one, like, 4 hearts of damage. Like,
And
even if you're a decent player, you're like, if you get hit a couple times, you're dead.
oh no! Why did Mashy
actually
go
went
right?
into the boss mini
Mashy,
room.
no! He's gotta fight Smasher again. Rip Mashy.
Unless he membos, I'm a little bit behind.
He's not gonna mambo.
Oh, that's what happened.
Maybe
Yeah.
he just really likes this boss. He's trying to shout out
No, who-
Fezzo.
Who would ever mumbo
Oh no!
after, you know, doing something ridiculous like that, or say finishing a dungeon before picking up the instrument?
Oh,
Wah,
too
wah.
soon.
It's
only been a
over
year.
a year.
Still too soon.
It's been 2 years. And he won that race.
Well, he was racing Phantom Matt, so.
Oh no.
Oh, now we all
Phantom
get
Matt
to
is
listen
in the
to
chat.
Oh, so this is
Room-
Oh,
another
he's
like
in the Phantom chat.
minor route variation. You can get the boss key early, or I don't know if anybody else got the boss key. I didn't watch. I moved space. It's definitely faster to get the boss key before leaving, I feel.
Wait, D7?
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
Well, because you unlock the warp to go back up to the top right away. But yeah, I didn't notice, and I don't remember if they did, but I feel like that has to be faster.
I think Mashy did basically all of D7 apart from the boss, didn't he?
Yeah, I just didn't see him fight the Grim Creeper because I didn't hear the banging flute tunes. So we got the one key we needed from the right, and we hit the switch block, which doesn't reset when we mumbo, which is good, and it means we have to fight many less fires. Fires are heinous.
I
Fires
still
are
don't
easy
have
now,
the.
actually.
I still
know,
don't
but I
have
just don't
the
like
method
them.
down.
They're obnoxious.
Yeah, the first time I saw someone kill it with powder, I was like, holy crap, why am I wasting my time with swords?
Wait, what? I didn't know there was a powder kill?
Powder
Yeah,
OHKO.
When they die.
Powder is the best item in the game! Oh, also,
Yeah.
real useful, can disable BMOs.
So essentially, what you're saying is that all the useless items in LA
Ice Blue
slash
just killed the
LADX
rooster.
got buffs, and all the worthless items, so all the worthless items became super great, and all the great items became terrible.
Well, I don't... Powder did all those one-hit KOs before, but we didn't need it. I don't know if it did fire, but again, I never don't think I could hit fire with powder in OG, so I have no idea. So there are some sick boot jumps that you can go for in here. Mashi's gonna go for one of them. Didn't go for the other one. I learned about most of those during the OG, the original Link's Awakening run.
That first jump is so hard in OG.
It is, and it wastes time because you have to menu twice.
Someone please come up with a Blano skip that immediately gets banned
so
afterwards.
Yeah, if anyone finds Blano Skip, we're banning it. But only
It's on
after
sheer
Super
principle.
Nintendo Chalmers does a run.
Oh, I haven't seen that sun animation before.
And now you have.
Yeah, I haven't been hit by Blano before, so...
Humble brag right there.
Yeah, humble brag. Listen, it's mostly for playing Rando and Cravone's ROM hack. You get really used to fighting, say, 4 or 5 Blanos at once, or whatever he decided to put in those rooms.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
Actually, I think it only goes up to 3.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Wait, is it 5 really?
I feel like he told me there was 5. There were definitely 5 mini bosses in that room, but 3 of them may have only been Blano.
I
And then I
remember
killed-
like Blano is like 4 sprites on his own, so you can't put too many in a room because Game Boy had hardware limitations on how many sprites you can have.
Yeah.
Oh, Game Boy. It did its best.
I love this music that Aster has, and also, interesting Magic Rod into the... I'm actually curious as to why Mashi's going. Oh, I guess
He
'cause
needs a
one
key.
more key.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's
I
gonna
like
get it from a rope room.
Thought there was a faster key that he could get. Well, I might be
No,
blanking.
some people have like gotten the Vire to the left here at the start of the run, but that's a lot slower. The other keys are from Dodongo and Gibdos.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm just like, I thought there was a faster key, but I just maybe forgot how many keys I actually needed.
The Gibdos, I think, like, as far as clearing the room goes, it's pretty quick with Rod, because
Getting there is slow.
if I remember correctly, Rod just turns them into Stalfos. They're
Correct.
quick enough.
Right.
Yeah, I think I probably just forgot how many keys you actually needed. Okay, wait, does he get the jump? Okay, that's a tricky jump. That's not as easy as it looks.
Right, for
If you
jumps.
Fire Rod too early, then you just melt it. And here's a
Right.
room that, let's see how he decides to fight Cue Ball.
The arrow strat for this fight is actually really sick.
Oh, I love the arrow strat for this fight. I actually learned that, I didn't even think about shooting Cue Ball with arrows until the Dompe challenge that says, hey, you can't have a sword and you have to fight several mini-bosses. Cue Ball is one of them.
Hey, that sounds pretty cool. I think I missed out on skipping the Nampe sections.
Oh, you should go do it at some point.
That
It's,
sounds super fun.
yeah, like you don't have access to sword rooms are pretty cool. You learn a lot of things are weak to bow. Like Genie, I think is the boss of that one.
Thanks, Bo.
But you can't put anglerfish in those dungeons because can't use items underwater.
Can't use
Can't
hook
even
shot.
hook shot down.
There
Yeah.
was our obligatory Cravone reference. Thank you,
Yeah,
thank you.
More.
A fan would know here about how useful things are in Dompe challenges. So I think he's
Yes,
he's the only
the
person
fun.
who's actually done runs of Hundo so far.
The master of Dampe.
Yeah, Buffon, I know that's not fast, but like I just find it fun, like in general. Also, this room is boring now. I don't like it. Because I could do it like all the weird ways we used to, but you can't start by going to like the right anymore because the rooms I feel are tiles smaller.
Now you can go right to start. Just the big difference is that in the original games you can actually jump and move a little bit while the tile is moving.
Yeah.
So people
Oh,
would
right, yeah,
place
you can-
themselves right in front
You
of the
can go to
chest.
the right, but you just change where you finish. But no, the number of tiles in a room, it's got to be smaller. Like
Should be 8 by 10.
compared to the original game, for whatever reason, I feel like you have more places that you can move by like maybe one more tile.
I'm not entirely sure. I would have to sit down and like directly compare the two.
Yeah, it might just be a feel thing. And there is a super precise like slide that Xander found like yesterday. That means you don't have to do this second loop.
I
I
don't
did
think
that in
Xander
my
found
casual
that.
playthrough. I didn't know that
Xander said
that
he
like
found it.
wasn't the intent.
Xander says a lot of things. I've seen a number of people do that before him.
Well, I've been lied to. So.
Yeah, I
yeah,
think he was
Xander's
saying
name was a myth.
earlier today or yesterday that from like the lower portion you can do like a boot jump and somehow hit the icy bit on the left.
So here's the most nerfed boss in this game. He is hilariously unthreatening. He's never going to hit you, and he actually takes damage properly.
Yeah, he
He
doesn't
also-
have bizarre iframes. It's great.
Yeah, he also possibly takes damage from nothing.
Himself. Yeah, because there he just broke randomly.
From the lava.
He didn't take as much, like, he's supposed to take like 9 hits, he only took like 8, and then, yeah.
Yeah, he broke there without actually being hit.
Yeah, so
think
Hothead is just free, and also
Yeah.
will kill himself.
Yeah, that's the same as in the old ones. You don't know how
Like-
his health works.
I
Yeah,
was
but at
terrified.
least it works in our favor. We don't know how the health works, but at least he damages himself instead of tanking a million magic rod shots.
I
10 out
haven't
of
seen the
10
setup that Ice
final
Blue is doing.
Matt, you don't get to talk about other people dying to Hothead. I've seen you dying to him 3 or 4 times in one run.
Complete
Like, I
with
got
some
hit by Hothead
trademark
in hero mode,
Matt
and I was
screaming.
expecting to lose all my health. I was expecting to take 8 hearts of damage, and he did 2, and I was just like, what? Huh.
That is true. You haven't seen him die to this particular version of the boss. Therefore, you can say nothing.
Hothead will go to buff in the first patch.
Yeah.
I would support a Hothead buff. Just because, like, it's so easy.
Yeah, at least doubling his damage would be fair.
It'd still be too low, in my opinion. But anyway, so we're heading back to D7. We unlocked a warp point. We're almost done with dungeons. We only have 2 left, and it's great that we've saved the hardest boss for last. Actually, in this game, I would say he's probably the hardest boss.
Yeah.
That's not a meme, because all the other bosses in this game suck. Outside of Facade's quick kill is pretty hard. But
I don't know, Cue Ball's a pretty hard boss.
oh, did Mashy not do pillars?
Yeah, I think only
Only Ice Blue.
Ice Blue I think did them and maybe Astro did.
Oh yeah, I
Routing
thought I saw everybody else do it. I didn't
Okay.
realize. I wondered where Mashy got the lead back and why I didn't see him do things. He just went straight to Grim Creeper. Okay.
So, oof, yeah, walking out of the room in the bottom right will keep you from having to pull that
It's definitely faster than this, but it's not if you.
Oh, that sucks.
No, this is Mashy's brain farting.
Got it.
Gets out.
So
but-
with the ball in the way of where the blocks will go, I think if you leave the room and come back, it does some weird stuff with the physics. I've seen a number of issues where like a ball is placed somewhere that a block is going to spawn on it, and then the ball disappears or whatever.
Oh yeah, no, but if you're carrying the ball, then you can do it.
Yeah, like if you just grab it, walk out at the bottom right, and back in.
Yeah,
Right.
so that Ice Blue's back in the lead, so we can't surf on any Goombas. But maybe
Yet.
he goes.
Bad game.
Yeah, bad game.
We can't surf on them yet.
We also can't clank on any P-hats.
Yet.
But, well, P-hat clank
Actually,
would be slow
we can.
anyway.
That just doesn't do anything.
Yep, that's fair. I can't super jump clank onto P-hats. So I
Also,
love...
I'm just not quite sure about why people are doing the Mambo route here, because you can actually just fall into that hole there and then go left and then get these same stairs.
Yeah, I think that's faster too.
Maybe people don't want to fall down random holes.
'Cause
Maybe
it
they want to
saves-
hear the lovely song of the fish.
Well, I can't blame them for wanting to hear best song, but still.
They're not playing the Frog Song of Soul. What are you talking about?
You're right, they're not playing the
Yeah,
worst
that's
song.
best song. You said best song.
in the game.
Worst song. Worst song.
Crunching on this boss can be so punishing.
Yeah, but you can get some really cool, like, I'm not sure why he wasn't charging. This is an area where jump spin slashes are actually really cool, because Link does this really kick-ass flip. Like, and you can get multiple hits in per cycle. And then you can dash with the shield out. I found that, like, on this boss. I'm pretty sure that's on the sheet and other people have reference, but like it's just something that's cool.
Something else I realized, you can hold your shield while holding your sword out too.
Oh yeah.
Indeed.
That looks pretty cool.
Now you can also, yeah, you can slash the feathers while you're shielding it. You can also, you can get hit in the head while you're shielding during his flowy thing, and it really sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got
Level 2
sniped,
shield
right?
is not quite big enough.
Yeah, the evil eagle is skewing on you. That's not fair.
Yeah.
There we go. We can
That's
say that we
cute.
learned skew from the eagle.
Poseidon Orgel?
This
Organ?
whole game is really
Poseidon
bad.
What's that?
organ. Yeah, I posted earlier as a joke, like, we have Poseidon organ and Neptune harp. So, like, he's the same guy.
Yeah.
Just Roman versus Greek name, but he's got two instruments
Oh man, I'm getting
and forearms.
Lightning Thief, Percy Jackson flashbacks now. Such a good book series.
Didn't read those.
Such terrible movie.
I'm digging where Mr. Mario is standing, because where Hot Ted seems to spawn, he's always gonna get hit by it, like if you stand in the right area. So yeah, you fall down. You can, as in DX, just skip that pit and go to the left, but that's slow. But now we get to fight hardest boss in the game, and I'm a little upset that the original strat. Well, I guess some people might just do the original strat if they don't feel like setting up the skew. I don't think it matters which one you do; they're about the same. But used to be able to. The first strat before we split this at certain points where we'd have hook shot. Or I guess we'd always have hook shot. Before skew, we would bomb arrow the wall, but now, okay, so he's doing the bomb arrow one, which I like.
Yep. Yeah, I like that one too. Looks pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that was. This was one of the like
Yeah, that was the first thing.
earliest tricks we found because I think the video we have of the first method where you do use a bomb arrow, Linkus found on the 19th, the day before the game was released, by pretending to be Australian and downloading the game early.
Piranha killer. but this is the anglerfish. He is a bit of an obnoxious boy, so we need all this health to fight him. He's always gonna summon his small boy, but
They're all
just
good.
take another, just one more spin slash and he's dead. You can see in the bottom right-hand corner, that's retired runner Cravone.
There
He
we have
died.
Cravone and
That's
also
like
the
he
photo mouse.
Oh yeah, the photo mouse, that's where he is. That's why he's not in the game. He's in the final.
That's actually canon that the mouse dies.
Yeah.
He's a ghost in the final scene.
Yeah, why else does his fur mysteriously turn white?
Yeah, he falls off the
Uh,
mountain, he's dredged up by the fishermen, and he's a ghost.
Well, he was trying to survive, and then the fisherman drowned him, obviously, to get back into his boat. So he got in so quickly. But we're out of dungeon now. We just have one more thing to do, and let's see if Ice Blue goes to read a book.
Ice Blue already
Or-
read his book, I think.
Oh, right, he did. Did he?
Yeah,
When did he go
yeah,
back
he
there?
did.
Okay, I wasn't looking. I
Hopefully,
was
he
like,
wrote-
is he gonna do that or is he gonna YOLO? I
I
didn't
just
see
want
that.
to see all of them do YOLO egg now.
No.
Just have a
We'll be here
solid
for
20.
more minutes.
Yeah, just have a
Ice
solid
Blue's on a really
20
solid
minutes
pace.
of
He's gonna
Alpha,
get-
only up to 20 minutes.
Yeah, I know, like I said, only up to 20 more minutes before the final boss. Ice Blue, I think he's on PB pace right now. He should be getting a sub 2 hour.
Well, I need to bump up the quality. Oh yeah, he's on a PB pace for sure.
Oh yeah, no, now that I look at it, because I just had a thing over that. Yeah, he's minus 11 so far.
Nice.
So this is gonna be a pretty solid PB.
And at this point, if Ice were to go any lower on the screen than he basically is, he would incur the wrath of the ghost.
In all of his pink glory.
And that can actually be a bit scary if you accidentally, like,
Oh, you
if
guys
you're
are
doing
very
the
far
warp,
behind
you
me
go
then.
to, if you go to Mambo's pond, just by accident, you'll spawn the ghost right away.
So wait, where are you guys?
I am watching the egg. I am at 151.40 right now.
instruments are spawned.
Or one. Well, I just bumped back. I'm at 151.25.
Oh yeah, I'm at, yeah. The instruments he's been playing for a while.
Yeah, I got
Like the
bumped
egg
back
just
up.
cracked open.
What is on his screen? What's the timer at?
151.40, 50. 151.50.
Okay, you're a full 10 seconds ahead. Cheater.
Everyone's
I'm
at
telling
151.
you, he can see the future.
Alpha
The timer
Domus.
in the top right says 150. This has the same time as them.
Yeah, but I don't think that time is. That time's just like the restream.
Who
Hey,
knows?
that's true. All right. But
Here's our lovely
the egg.
windfish egg.
it's not YOLO because it's nice and pretty.
Yeah, if we YOLO'd it, it would all be dark.
I haven't actually been in when I haven't read the book.
It is dark. Like, you can still maneuver around and everything, but it's dark.
So Spice, how do we manipulate Aghanim? Do we
Okay,
have
so-
to pay you for an Android app in order to do it?
Yeah, you have to be on Android for one, then you have to pay me $50 per user to get
Per
the
use.
app.
So Mashi is going for the SKU setup here. Oof, almost fails. Again. Yeah, Astronomus at some point pulled ahead of Mashi.
Indeed.
And Astro's not been having the greatest of runs, died to like Slime Eye. This is pretty solid.
Yeah, and also was having some troubles with Philoscope.
So here's Aghanim. I believe he's
Guaranteed
100%
one
random
boss.
after the first ball.
I think it's after the first ball he shoots whether or not you even reflect it.
And oh no, Ice Blue missed.
Just because a friend told me that.
So that's
not
one
because it happened
blue
to me.
ball. We're gonna count. It's for posterity.
Yeah, he missed that one.
Yeah, if he didn't miss that, he's gotten one
He just had the one.
from the future. I'm gonna refresh again to slow myself down, I guess.
Merci beaucoup.
Man, this game isn't dominated by the French. We don't have to pretend.
So Seisei and Bafana are the only French right now, right?
I think so.
Because
Yeah.
thank
Moldorm.
goodness Olos and Stagaz don't have a switch.
So Moldorm is easy. It's kind of like Moldorm Quick Kill, only it's just
The same.
free.
Yeah, but it's like it's even easier.
Okay, so I
find.
teleported through halfway through the Ganon fight. It just sped me up to this part.
The heck, I look at the start of it.
He's getting his spin slashes, and he did not go for the cool setup using Link's iframes. He's being very safe.
Yeah, you can just like walk through.
Oh wait, but now we can actually hear us, so we're gonna be quiet for the national anthem of Conlet Island.
Wait, someone's done?
No,
No, the
talking
song's
about
playing.
getting into the egg.
Uh,
Okay, and that ended just in time for us to watch the Death Eye fight.
Man, this lag is working in my favor now because it actually just cut backwards, so I got to hear the song like 1.5 times.
Thanks,
Well, you can
Shroom.
listen to Mashy, he just got there. And that's going to be a
Ice Blue
finish
finishing
for
up.
Ice Blue. He's going to get a 156 something. I don't know how long it takes. Another thing we found out about Death Eye recently, because I was still taking him to the top right-hand corner and the manipulation felt easier. He's kind of floats in front of you, so you can just stand right in the middle of the room, and it's
Yep.
easy.
156.
And that's a first place finish with a 156.19. Very solid time for right now. Probably going to have a 30-minute time save tomorrow. That is going to make this look like garbage, but you know, who knows?
I don't know if the restream sees it, but Ice Blue looks pretty happy about that PB.
Static, yeah. He not, because did he win overall?
We did. Yep.
I used to let people hear.
And in
Oh.
SRL, I
Yeah,
checked.
there's a couple other people in SRL. Oh no.
Wait, he still isn't. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
I think someone might be racing blind.
Someone's asking in SRL,
Where
where do I go after
Moldorm?
Moldorm?
Quick, someone to the rescue.
No fish catch.
Are we all gonna raid this person's stream now?
Just like hope.
No, this guy is doing early lens now.
Gotcha.
It was all a ruse.
No, it was all a dream.
Such a
Also,
clever
I
deception.
love the fact that we have to listen to this kick-ass music now. Thanks, Bomb Triggers, for not existing. Also, how many blue balls has Astronomus gotten in a row? Because it's been a lot.
I guess 4, because he's down 4 hearts.
You know, I never really thought about how much damage they did, because hero mode. Oh, no, missed the Moldorm quick kill. Fortunately, it's really easy to recover. You really just keep wailing on Moldorm and he dies. I don't know why they made it such a joke.
Oh, Ice Blue's here with us.
Yo, congrats on the win, Ice Blue, and
Yeah.
congrats on the 11-minute PB.
GG's.
don't know if his microphone is working right now.
Yeah, so here's the Lamola Nightmare for Astronomus. 4 spin slashes. Actually, really good spawn RNG there. And here's Death Eye, who has his own unique music now. Thanks,
Okay.
Nintendo.
So
There we
cool.
go.
Hooray!
Fan of it.
GG's.
GG's indeed. So how does it feel getting a nice solid PB?
It feels wonderful. Other than the Dungeon 7 skip, there's something wrong with that ladder for me. I don't know why. Every other ladder was fine.
Oh, that one's definitely the hardest in my opinion. Out of the air climbs.
Oh man, this is so tense for Astronomus. He's got to switch to Magic Rod.
Okay.
Oh, he gets it. Oh, that was so tense.
I didn't even.
With
see-
one heart left
I was
and no
really
arrows.
expecting to get clipped at some point there against the wall.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So close to sub 2 hour.
Yeah, the magic rod actually, it sucks now because it does so little damage, but it can damage Deathel now,
Which
or
is,
Death Eye.
yeah, very important.
I like how they added the. That's like a good quality of life if you run out of arrows.
Yeah, you don't have to resort to bombs anymore.
Yeah.
But that is
Oh,
such
man.
swag if you can get that.
Yeah, the ways to kill Ganon are very, very tense,
Yo.
and lose a lot of health,
Hey,
Yeah,
Astro.
When you're on low health, it's very hard to pick up the fight.
and it makes me wonder why people are playing this game on. Why I'm gonna do a hero mode run, because it's such a bad idea.
GG's Ice Blue.
GG.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot to open D4.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I-
that
Yeah,
happened.
you
Twice in
had-
D1.
For the finish you have, and oh, Mashi takes a death on Ganon. That's very
Yeah.
unfortunate. But yeah, for the start of that run that you had, the death on Slime Eye, the Moldorm fight, second place finish, not bad.
Okay, I'm proud of that early lens though.
That was a really good early lens.
Mm-hmm.
Considering that I just got it consistent today, I'm surprised I got it first try.
Yeah.
So how much of a PB was that?
That was a 7-minute some PB.
Very
Did
So
you
nice.
we have Ice Blue getting an 11-minute PB and you getting a 7-minute PB.
I could probably drop this down a lot. I can already see like 10 minutes of time save throughout the entire run.
I mean, you got like a free minute or two on D4.
Yeah.
Yeah, and,
And then the
D1.
bosses are gonna be each like a minute at least.
Yeah, I got bad RNG on some of the Eagle stuff, cause yeah, and then Enter D5 was bad. I think
Astro,
probably my
did you do
best
Villa skip
dungeon-
or?
Yeah, I did Villa skip.
He actually
Everyone
had
did
the
Villa
most
skip.
successful Villa, or second most successful Villa.
Did you have a death in D1 or 2?
Yes, I had 2.
That's just time save there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about these games starting out. Easy time save, especially when we keep on coming up with new tricks.
Yeah,
By
I'm
the way,
just
this
gonna
is, like,
ignore
my-
it.
This is my 6th set of splits, by the way.
Yeah, I'm
It's
definitely-
been a week. Let us remind everyone.
Game has been 7 days old. It's already dead category. Can't find anything else. Everyone go home.
I mean,
Oh,
when
I'm
you have,
sure.
when you have like Samu pumping out these times, yeah, it's a dead category.
Samu is just gonna ruin this game until he somehow gets sub-hour in this. Just
Alright,
Don't worry, I'm
finally.
sure we'll all go back to the Discord and someone will have come up with the.
yeah, has anybody
quick
found
skip.
like 20 minutes of time save during this race?
Hey, so,
I wouldn't put
where's,
it past
Ocarina?
anyone.
So, who here is gonna find Ocarina skip?
Well, I mentioned earlier there was that one dude who said you could just walk to it after D2.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not sure if
yeah.
maybe like the obstacle in there doesn't respawn.
I think that might be it.
Maybe they did it on like 100% file. That's the only thing I could see, because that doesn't make sense for the thing to just not be there.
Mashy's not having a good day.
By the way, not a fan of the animation of those things. They were like crystals, and they sounded with little tints that went off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's like the weirdest change of the remake. Why did they do that?
I think it's because like the text is like, oh, what a weird obstacle. So they were like, huh, okay, weird. Let's make some jelly, maybe. Uh-oh, Mashy is
Mashy
running away from the egg. Please don't spawn a
No,
ghost.
I think he's. Oh,
eating
right.
apples?
Yeah, he went for
Okay.
the apples. Yeah, he's going for apples. I'm like, if he,
Actually, that's
if he,
Mashy, no.
don't go further to the left.
Mashy?
I don't.
Mashy?
Just enter a cave. Just enter a cave.
Oh my god, that's like barely on the edge of the.
Yeah,
Of the
it's.
spawn
If he goes to medicine, he's gonna spawn the ghost,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think if he walks past Ampe, it spawns the ghost.
Okay, so if he
Please.
really wants to avoid spawning the ghost, and
into the
he's really
cave.
concerned about health, he should just go back to D7 and get them free medicine that's right by Grim Reaper.
Oh yeah.
Cause
Oh,
like,
seashell, though.
Ooh, seashell.
cause like those medicines, if you're playing hero, are they're a godsend.
Hey, so who here is getting the first sub 4 hundo?
Whoever runs that.
Have fun.
Hundo dance game.
Yeah,
Yellow
this
egg
I want to wait for like all equip percent, just because I'd rather just get level 2 sword and red tunic and then not do the rest of hundo because I don't want to do chamber dungeon for 30 minutes. But I
Oh
still
hey,
want to get all the
Mr.
other
Mario
stuff.
finished.
Yes, with
We were
209.
distracted.
Mr. Mario's stream has been frozen for me for a while, probably because I had it paused somehow and didn't realize it, even though I've refreshed this page like 1,000
Oh wow, I was
times.
in the future then.
Catch up.
Yeah, I was just like, I thought he was just like rage quitting somewhere in D7, and I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
anyways,
only 30 minutes! Only! I don't want to do it for 30 minutes. It'd be like going to a major marathon and trying to talk to a postman for half an hour.
Oh no.
I feel really bad for him also, but like,
It was a 99% run.
yeah, I could do a no stew run in that time.
Yo,
Yo, what's up?
GG's.
Hey.
GG's.
GG, that one was
we all
awful.
have a major time save in our runs.
Yikes.
Because I died in D1 twice.
And he still saved 7 minutes.
Oh, and
got a
I
7-minute
forgot to
PB.
unlock D4, screwed up the skew a bunch in D5.
Wow, this blue ball RNG.
Mashy. Does it count
Yeah,
for
blue
Mashy's
ball.
record for blue balls if he's just died on this fight so many times?
I don't think so.
Every fight counts.
He's gotten like 15 of them over the
Oh.
3 times he's fought Aghanim.
No,
Only
you
per
can't. You
fight.
can't add over different times. It has to be in one
It has-
single
it has to be.
terrible one.
Number of blue balls in a row with at most 2 energy balls. Because if you miss, then it doesn't count, which is why the blue ball record isn't 18. And
Sounds like how my Link to the Past runs go.
I feel like maybe there's just placebo. I feel like you're more likely to get a blue ball after 3 consecutive energy balls.
it might be placebo.
'Cause I always get 2 after 3 consecutive ones, but if I get 2 blue ball and then an energy ball, I almost always get another energy ball.
Well, there are people digging into the RNG of the game to get the egg manip to work, so
Please
maybe
don't
we
do it.
can make them look into this for the next
Oh my
RNG
God,
related
egg
thing.
Just tell them to
Oh
do
my
that
God.
instead. It's better
Alright,
and will
we're-
make this game terrible.
We're literally
Hey, we
finding
have book.
everything.
We have no book.
We literally we're literally just refining everything from LADX in this.
Pretty much.
Gonna be
Except
the
with
same,
different ways to do it all, so it's great.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
have an early lens in LADX, we just don't get it.
We're
Yeah,
too good
and-
for Lens.
Well, actually, early lens would be helpful for Hundo.
Yeah, because you actually need to do.
Well,
Well, no,
Well,
actually, it
we-
wouldn't because we
the
have to
honeycomb.
get the bra anyway. Because we need the fisherman photo, and well,
yeah.
the flags might get set correctly because it all kind of uses the same flag, so it might spawn it anyway.
Yeah, you also in.
Well, no, but Matt, it's
Hundo.
early, but it's different. It's not early as in terms of skipping trade sequence.
Okay, how about
Yeah.
out of bounds though? Alpha, we can do that.
Oh, we can do that. We can do that in spades.
Yeah.
I guess
Can
technically we
someone-
can get early lens through Doghouse, but
Yeah.
that's a significant number of glitches that are very different.
LADX is just stupid for how much out of bounds we can do.
Yeah,
Oh, and Matchy
it's
finished.
You mean like, going out of bounds
Matt,
so
it's a
far that you
different
end the
kind of
game in a
early
treasure
lens.
chest?
Yeah. Oh no, that's a wrong warp. It's an entirely different thing.
Yeah, but you go so far out of bounds. I mean,
Oh, we can do everything. Link's Awakening has so many categories because the game is so unbelievably broken. We
And
can't
because
decide
they
on how
made
we wanna play
categories
it.
before we had standards for not making stupid categories.
I mean, most of our categories that aren't stupid make sense, like any percent
Fish the
wrong.
pond, no save and quit
The pond.
does not make sense.
No Squoob is the main category somehow.
Because
No
of
Swoop is the
SDA.
best category.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for
I'll-
splicing.
I'm gonna
With your saving
plug
quit.
my video.
Oh wait, someone was
for
splicing
no
with
saving
saving quit?
No,
Yeah.
SDA rules where you're not allowed to save and quit because that makes it 2 segments.
Oh, right.
So
But we
saving
were allowed
quit
to
is a
die in
splice.
shop.
Yeah.
But
That's not
get
quitting though.
shovel or something. Ask Astro. He's the one who made the history video.
I mean, you weren't allowed to die in Twin Galaxies.
Anyway,
Like
I
they
think
did in
Mashy
mine.
is here.
Yo,
GG's,
welcome.
Mashy.
Yo, GG.
that was rough.
You are gonna have
So
some
well.
sick time save next run, dude.
I still need to practice Ganon. Like, that's really all I need.
One thing in particular is you can use boots for some of it.
I know, but I was like already low on health because Agon kept giving me a million blue
Yeah.
balls.
That
Yeah,
RNG
we
was
were
rough.
Feel
worried
how-
for you that you were going to spawn the ghost by accident.
Yeah, I don't know where the actual trigger is. I was
It's
just
like
looking for health.
the
I think it's
westernmost
south of
trigger's like
Dampe's
Medicine
Hut.
Yeah, I know if you go for the medicine, you spawn the ghost, so that's why I
So-
didn't go there.
If you're super concerned, you could have warped to D7 and just grabbed the medicine that's behind the boss room.
Oh yeah, I forget that's there.
Yeah, like I was wondering if anybody was gonna go grab that for safety because it's really not that out of the way. It's maybe 30 seconds to go
Yeah.
get that, and then you're not dying for the rest of the run because Hothead's a joke.
I normally don't like going for it. Also, it's so nice having arrows for cue ball for once.
Yeah,
Hooray!
that kills.
yeah, I had that too.
Like, I went into D8 with like almost 20 arrows, and I'm just like, what have I been missing this whole time?
I think I saved most of my arrows by getting the mirror shield skew on first try. Because I'll typically waste like 10 arrows there.
Oh yeah, I didn't go for a mirror shield skew just because both routes are equal, at least from what's been timed. So that's fun.
Yeah, but
Now we have some Mario Kart.
Oh
yeah, we
yes.
have, I guess time to kill. Everyone's done. I don't know what we're doing now.
I think that's it.
No, I think it's time for rejects.
Oh yeah, let's play some reject races elsewhere.
That's sick.
I'll do it if you're. Are you gonna do it?
No, I'm not. There's a reason they're rejected.
They're fun. That's why.
Just let your
Come on,
cat play.
Yeah.
Well, if you're done, we can wrap up the restream and send everybody off to one of the 2 still going runners.
Oh yes.
Yeah, sounds good.
For sure.
Yeah, sounds good.
Well, GG's
Thanks for the
everyone.
comms. Thanks for the
Thanks
restream
for
as well.
being. Thanks for racing.
Yeah, it was
No,
super
thanks to
interesting.
ZSR for hooking us up with the restream.
Yeah, appreciate
Oh
that.
yes. So we're doing
Mhm.
weeklies. Kappa.
Hey, I'd be down for
We'll
weeklies.
try the best we can.
Hey, let's actually get weeklies to be a thing. Unlike
Yeah,
LADX.
we'll try it for like a few weeks and then it will never happen again. That's how these things work.
I'm not gonna let it die.
Good luck with that.
Any last words before I send everybody off here?
Thanks, Grezzo.
If anyone in the chat is interested in learning this rapidly changing speed game, then there is a Discord. I don't have a link to it offhand, but if you go on the leaderboards on ZeldaSpeedRuns.com, then a link to the Discord is there. So feel free to join us and have a great time with this great game.
Yep.
And on that note, I will send everybody off. We do have some stuff coming up tomorrow. It's all Breath of the Wild, though, so... And then in the morning with a couple other things. Keep an eye on the schedule for other events here on ZSR.